touchdown, and your bitch crushed it. It's a clown. I deserve a free throw, cause niggas living foul. Funny, I ain't fucked on your bitch in a while. You can get that hands, no Kobe, Chris Childs. G&K, you're fucking, I'm Mr. Childs. Ooh, touching that Louis Vuitton. Can't get that bitch on my arm. She want that new Saint Laurent. I get that bitch what she want. She want me run up the set. Tell that little bitch to fall back. Can't get your bitch off my back. Off-white shoes, I'm racist. Fuck up the rest, I'ma take it. Remember we tried out the bacon. Remember we tried out the basement. Remember they said I won't make it. Won't touch my chain, you won't take it. Leave that boy right on the pavement. Watch that boy leave a like, but he hate it.
Born through hell, my stick in the coat. She call you Sally, my dick in her throat. Ain't got no bread, little nigga alone. Still do the most, walk around with the toast. Yeah, you better leave me alone. You can get small like a cone. Boy, you a chicken, I'm back to the bone. Sippin' on Remy, but digging your kitty. I feel like a semi, you hear me. You feel me? She see me, she dig it. Right on the dick, pussy pop like a willy. Yeah. Shawty a roller, I looked at my Rolodex. Been for that hoe that you cup, you ain't know it. Yeah, ain't with that plan, I'm saying you know it. That walking on water, little bitch got it soaking wet. Give her a pill and she shaking like jello. Lil' mama asked if I'm high. Hello. Watch me, you step in my shoe looking too white. Gave her the dick and $1, she do right. Mr. Chow dinner, I only took 2 bites. Got a new Glocky, that shit got me too right. Some balance, some walkie, that shit got me too right. She wanna do business and I'm fucking tonight. Yeah.
Touching that Louis Vuitton. Can't get that bitch on my arm. She want that new Saint Laurent. I get that bitch what she want. She want me run up the set. Tell that little bitch to fall back. Can't get your bitch off my back.
Kill.
Special thanks to Corey Wilson. Just signed up for the Patreon. He will be able to message me directly. He also will be able to see videos before they come out. Weeks, sometimes months before they come out. Also, we're at TB Uncut. We're almost up to 500 followers over there. On Rumble, you get 100% of the notifications. So if you don't know what rumble.com is, that's where all the people are going for freedom of speech, where you cannot be blackballed for your beliefs and what you think and what you say. So make sure you sign up for that. Sometimes on YouTube, they don't really pay attention to the notification. You say, I missed a live. If you're tired of missing lives, go sign up for rumble.com. It's TB Uncut. And if you want to help support the channel for more than just Cash Apps, you can hit the Patreon channel. And that Patreon channel, you get stuff first. You can message me directly. And you also can help support the channel. I appreciate everybody who signed up for the Patreon and the TB Uncut. I'm happy that you're here for the live. Let's get into it.
Yeah, back up the spot like I back up the dope. Back through the city, I'm back on good hope. Sippin' on yellow, these nigga like yo. Nigga one battle, that nigga get choked. Call me a monkey, I'm really insane. Nigga keep playing, we mix it like Kane. I'm in this bitch with my brother, Dwayne. Nigga won't fight, he gon' die. Slime in her face when I pull out the snake. I come correct, I can't make no mistakes. She kissing girls, you know I got her straight. Came before now, you know that got her A. The Glock in the Chevy, don't box like a Chevy. I threw her 5, now she hot and she ready. She cranking presents, she still love that Eddie. Eat up that box, I won't eat her spaghetti. Yeah. Suck the dick, sing my song, fuck it good, leave me alone. Nigga want smoke, then I'm bringing the bone. Pulling the party, I bring it along. I got hoes in this party, they singing along. I was down on my dick and I needed a loan. Ran that shit to the top, I'm the king on my own. I kissed that hoe in the cheek like she special. I could box you for free, but that beef gon' be extra. She bought me a Mirrors, this bitch can't be serious. She calling my phone, asking questions, Alexa. Walk in the back of the bank like a teller. Yeah, dog in the spot like Cruella. That pussy retarded, so I call her Riri. She know when she see me, she bringing them. Fuck all that patience, I ran out of weight. Terabyte, baby, I ran out of space. I hit the gas until I'm out of space. Sipping Bel Air cause I ran out of ace. Hit from the back, I'ma pull out her lace. If I'm eating cat, then I'm saying my grace. My birthday just passed, baby throwing that cake. Got my quarantine mask, fucking hoes staying safe. Yeah, back up the spot like I bag up the dope. Back through the city, I'm back on good hope. Sipping on yellow, these nigga like yo. Nigga one battle, that nigga get choked. Call me a monkey, I'm really insane. Nigga keep playing, we mix it like Kane. I'm in this bitch with my brother, Dwayne. Nigga won't fight, he gon' die. Slime in her face when I pull out the snake. I come correct, I can't make no mistakes. She kissing girls, you know I got her straight. Came before now, you know that got her A. The Glock in the Chevy, don't box like a Chevy. I threw her 5, now she hot and she ready. She cranking presents, she still love that Eddie. Eat up that box, I won't eat her spaghetti.
Peace to the God, the rebirth, and the re-education. I'm doing for the nation. Screw your occupation. It's a different situation. Listen. Peace to Corey. He's a new follower on a new regime, Patreon. If you're not signed up for the Patreon, I suggest you do immediately. New content coming, it will be there first. Also, shout out to the Rumble, who gets the notification 100% of the time. My Rumble is TB Uncut. We up to 450. This conversation wasn't with Corey. I haven't had a chance to link with Corey yet. He's new to the Patreon. This conversation was with Jonathan. Jonathan wants to know, is leasing dead? I explained to him that is an incredibly loaded question. It's incredibly loaded. He asked me, well, would you lease? I said, I am not interested in leasing. But to say it's dead is, that's a little much. The better question for you would be a question for yourself, which is leasing for you? I will say that leasing's wrong when it is mass produced for every person, like every driver should be a lease driver. And the truth is, every driver ain't meant to be a lease driver. What you would like me to do is to give a scathing indictment of a complete industry that is more nuanced than that. You understand? And we're going to get into this. It's more nuanced than is leasing good for you or not. Are you following me? We do know that there are predatory leases. There are leases that they're just sucking money out the driver. We know they do exist, and there's some that are good. But you wanting to discuss if they're right or wrong or not, and not paying attention to if you are the type of person that should be leasing. So then switch to, well, if you were going to lease, what would you look for in a lease? Okay. If you haven't been driving long, I'll give you some blow by blows. Has everybody had a pen and a pad? Is there all the people who are new to driving, are they here ready to write stuff down? Got to be ready to eat the gigs, yeah. I was about to drop some gems today. It's just gem dropping, I'm getting off of it. That's it. And I will give you the fundamentals, the basic stuff that I look at if I'm thinking about it, or even just online acting like I'm going to do it. And I seen a thing and I went in there and decided to read it, because when you drive for a while, you get to the point where the pitch is interesting and you just want to hear what they're going to say. So the first thing I'll be interested in knowing, is this a full maintenance lease or not? It is a rare one for me, Phil, because I don't really like to get into this, because I feel like all we talk about is money. But this is, if you pay the Patreon, everybody go right now, sign up for the Patreon. You get to ask me to do this. He says, what is full maintenance? See what I mean? You don't know. Full maintenance lease is basically in a nutshell, it's like all of your maintenance and breakdowns are involved in the lease payment. So their lease payment may be higher, but you're really not you're not responsible for the equipment. Opposed to a regular lease where if it breaks down, you're responsible for the equipment. Even if the company will fix it, they're going to start taking it out in pieces of your check. You're paying to fix that car, that truck. Once I know that, I know what to expect afterwards. Appreciate Phil being the first day at the cash. Yeah. Second thing I'm going to ask off the head is, how much is the note? You get a lot of understanding when you realize how much the note is. If the note is high, you know you're not going to be able to stop. You also can assume that it's newer equipment. Not always, but you figure, oh, this must be newer equipment. If the lease is low, you say, oh, I don't have to run that hard, but at the same time, you're probably getting an older truck. Used, may have problems, may not. So you have to think to yourself, do I want to just pay the high rate and not be in the shop most of the time? That's what you think. You don't know that. Or do I want to take the lower payment, see more of my check, and possibly make a profit, when the truth is they're just giving you the maintenance money because you're going to have to give it right back to the truck? That was been my experience. You don't know that, but you don't know. Next question is, how big is the company? Because there are pros and cons to a company being big or small. So you may talk to a company and it has 100 trucks, 200 trucks, and there's some benefits to that. You may talk to a company that has over 1,500 trucks, and there may be some pros and cons to that. Small company, your orientation's low. It's not a heavy orientation. I've had orientations as short as 2 hours, 3 hours. The people there, they're not going to bug you. That's a pro. You get away with a lot. That's a pro. They let you PC. They use some type of software like Keep Trucking that you can kind of manipulate and do whatever you want. So that's enjoyable. That's enjoyable. Let's switch it to the cons. Company that small, that truck running into trouble, you're on your own. If you're at the regime and the truck breaks down, they're going to send someone to tow the truck. You go to some of these super independent places, that ain't their business. Sure business. You want to figure out how to, get the truck where it's going. You go in a big company and you get to the place that needs to fix the truck, they're going to ask you for a PO number because you with the regime. Give me your regime PO number. Forget about it. Keep going. Nah, not with the small company. They're going to ask you for your debit card. Yeah, straight to the bank. All right, cool. Oh, man, the tire just went out on me. That's how you can always tell who's been at a big company, who's been at a small company. Like, I'll ask the questions to see some cats in here got some experience and if they got it around. How much a steer tire cost? It's a trick question. How much does one steer tire cost? Because the young bucks is watching, we gotta tell them what the game is. See, Lawrence knows. It's a trick question. I asked Lawrence Brown, how much does one steer tire cost? And Mr. Brown says he just gives me $1,200 because he knows. He knows the trick. The trick is you can't buy one steer tire. That's the trick. That's why he said 12. You got to buy two. Two in the 600 range, you're looking at $1,200, $1,300. Now, if you go in, You're not supposed to, Corey. I'm sure there's a Negro ignorant way of doing it, but you're not supposed to buy one steer tire in the front. People who actually know how to drive trucks know that you can't do that. Now, can it be done? Yes. Should it be done? No. We'll move on. If you with the big regime, you're going to go in, they're going to say, well, you need some tires. They're going to throw them on. You with the regime, they're going to take it out of what? Your tire fund. Tires go on, you get new tires, you out of here. Quick. Forget about it. You're gone. Boom. You with the small people? Nah, man, you got to go up and see Mr. Brown. You have to see the shop my guy. He gonna hit you with a bunch of different stuff. And to the tune about $1,700, you can get out of there when he wants you out of there. And you got to give it up. You got to give it up. And the main thing with steer tires, you can't have one ball steer tire driving down because you don't need no front explosion on your tires. So you want them both to be the same thread, so it's not pulling the truck either directions. The threads have to be even. That's why I said a lot of this stuff you got to have experience to know what I'm talking about here. You can't get one steer tire. You got to get both. So now you're in the front affecting your steering because you got this much joint on there. And the other one's ball is becoming ball. You can't do that. You got to get two. Everybody understand that? We'll move on. It can be Christmas. And let's say Mr. Brown, he down the Chattahoochee River, and he don't feel like going home for Christmas. You don't feel like going home for Christmas. Can the regime get you a load on Christmas? Can the regime get you a load on Thanksgiving? Can the regime get you a load? You see where I'm going, Corey? Can the regime get you a load 4th of July? Yes. Yes. Now let's switch that to the small company. Can the small lease company get you a load? They have no yard. They're not stacking loads up at a yard. None of that. They always have to. You got one trailer. We're going to get to that in a minute. So it's no. You can't get no load. You're at a small company. Like I said, there's questions you should know. There's understanding you should know. Some lease drivers are big company lease drivers. They do well there. Some are people who do well at smaller companies. What we've done to, and I'm guilty of this in the past, is that we think there's a either or. And what that does is it breeds division. You know, it polarizes things. It polarizes things. Now it's big company against small company, mega lease against non-mega lease, owner op against it. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Forget about it. I'm preaching, ain't nobody hit the gas yet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do this often because this is not good content. Y'all don't like it. All right. So you're going to get a load. And why can't you get a load at the mega carrier? Because the mega carrier has something called a trailer pool. Do we know what a trailer pool is? I'll wait. I'll wait. No one says anything. I'll assume you do not know. A trailer pool is a system for them to always have a trailer on hand. Drop and hook, drop. See, Val knows what it is. Since you have this situation, what a byproduct of this is that the mega carriers in the regime, they got 78, and I'm being nice here. A mega carrier could have 200 loads. on the yard. One for one trailer. That's another way to say it. They can have 50 to 200 trailers loaded or unloaded at each terminal. So if you say, I'm a drive over the joint, they can say, all right, on Christmas Day, go to this terminal and pick up this load. It don't got to be here to this time. So you just effectively got loaded on Christmas. You go to a company without that, you get to a small enough company, you're going to get married. You're going to get married to a trailer. Mr. Hines know what that is. There's pros and cons to that. So you went to a small company, they said, this your trailer. They probably even gave you a deal to own the trailer, which you think it's good. Now you're married to a trailer and you working on owning it. And when you talk to your trucking buddies, see, I'm smarter than you. I'm going to own this trailer in 37 decades. So you say my truck note is small, but the truth is you have two notes. Trailer note can be anywhere between $300 to $600 a week. I think I was paying like $485. But they also have another piece of the Gouda Glanja in there for you. And what that is you're responsible for the trailer. The mega carrier also was taking care of all those inspections that we never thought of anymore. You know, inspections are done. Every time you pull into the regime, you got to go through that freaking, that bay, and they're going to inspect your joint right there. Make sure it's good. If that inspection is bad, they're going to knock the inspection out right there. You never have to worry about it. You heard, man? It's done. You never have to worry about it. To the point where you just don't even think of inspections. That's why when people try to jump from the regime to, I want to own my own shit, they get messed up in the transition because they're not used to dealing with that. If the sticker's always right, their inspection's always right, to the point where really we don't check them. Not the case with a small one. There's going to be a trend here. I'm not telling you the small one is bad. I'm telling you the difference. Are you following me? So you come in down Bowler Battery, you hook a turn, but you hook it too tight because you's a rookie. And you pinch that back left tandem tire on a curve, or the right left one on a curve. But you're doing it with 48,000 pounds in the trailer. What happens when you hit a hard curve, sharp curve, tall curve with 48,000 pounds in the trailer? You did it at the mega carrier all the time, and never was a big deal. I'm dropping game today. I'm not going to be on here long. Only two people hit the gas out. When you're doing this, you keep pushing it, and then you hear a pop. Keep driving down the road. You get to the place, and you realize, I got to switch this tire out. If you even paying attention to your mirrors, a lot of you not. So you do not want to pull into a scale with that tire jiggling back there. But let's say you get to the place it's time to put a new tire on. So you call Jimbo Jimmy's Trucking. Hey, your trailer popped the tire. That's another one, big money trucker. You popped the tire and you bent the motherfucking rim. Y'all about to do something about this? And what does Jimbo Trucking tell you? No, brother. You popped the tire. You got a lease for this trailer. You're responsible for the tires. Yeah. So now you done popped you a trailer tire. You at a place and they tell you we don't got recaps, you got to get a new one. How much does the new trailer tire cost? And the rim, by the way. And trailers do have super singles sometimes. Because you know it's your trailer. Yeah. So you done. We'll be nice today. We'll say $1,500. You got a $1,500. And it can go either way. It can go 50 lower, it can go 2,000. We gonna say $1,500. I'm just being nice today. Pop. You're responsible for that. Don't call us. You signed it. You want to be a big business owner. That's yours. Right? But if Angelique, who down at the regime, pops a trailer tire, she's leasing, but she's also another term that you 21-year-olds don't know, but you're in my thing trying to get the game. She's power only. I'll let that soak. She's power only. But her lease is $300-$400 a month. She is power only. She's power only. So you may have the bragging rights that you're going to be owning the trailer, you're going to be owning the truck, you're going to be doing all this other stupid shit that is dumb. Sorry. You're going to be owning this equipment that no real company wants to own, but you. I appreciate that, ancient man. Appreciate the love. You own it. So if Angelique pops that tire with the regime, she's power only, which means she ain't responsible for the tire. You understand that? Even if she's stuck and they have to send a Love's truck, and let me tell you something about Love's and TA when they send that truck, it costs them a lot of money, bro. So when they send that truck, which is going to add up to $2,400 every time, I don't know how it always is that expensive, they going to charge $2,400. She ain't got nothing to do with that. Fresh new tire, she's out of here. You got to pay. You got to pay. You got to pay. It's that freaking simple. Now, this may not be a problem for two things. If you're at a small company and have a bunch of loads, which doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it does. If you're with a small company with a bunch of loads, you making that kind of money. It's nothing to you, right? If the freight's good, who cares? It's just another tax write-off, right? Right, yeah, it's just another tax. But the problem that usually happens when you go to these small companies is the freight is volatile. It'll be 2 weeks where you're running flat out illegal. It's too much work. And then it'll be 3 weeks where there's no work and you're barely getting by. That's the reason why people don't like going there. And that's why people like going to the bigger company. Because contrary to people's belief, companies growing and drivers going there is, for people who know what they're doing, it's not really based on what type of truck they got in their pitch. It's based on the loads and contracts they have. The people who have the contracts grow bigger companies. The people that don't. It's that simple. So before you go kicking the regime all in the face, you can walk to a truck stop right now. They're running. They're running. And that's something you're going to have to learn after a while. You could be picking these companies based on your ego, no pun intended, because I've never talked about the company Super Ego. I never dealt with them. I don't know nothing about them. You could be picking companies with your ego. You could be picking companies so you can say, I'm this, I'm that. None of those are reasons to pick a company. You want to know, can I manage the bills? Is the tractor going to stay running? Do they have contingency plan for maintenance? And do they have loads? That's what you're interested in. That is what you're interested in. Not how good you're going to look. Not so you can come on here and talk to people and say, I'm a big owner up. Look at me. I'm a lease driver. Not so you can do none of that. None of that is the reason. What you're asking these qualifying questions for one reason. What am I going to end up with? So when you tell me how much the authority going to charge me, that's that percentage you get. So when you come to TB and say, hey, TB, I'm working at this place, I'm going to ask you what's your percentage. You say you don't know. I'm going to be confused. When I was at Prime, it was 76%. What are you getting? Oh, I got to ask. You got to ask. That's crazy. That's literally your pay. You are at a position. I don't want to say a job because we're talking about leasing. You signed a contract for your business and you don't know what the business gets paid. That's insane. That's insane. So if you finally do tell me your percentage, okay, you have a percentage. Okay, what is the average miles what is the average gross per truck? Now this is a question that is it's a good question, but it's foolhardy because they're just gonna lie. They're not gonna tell you the truth. They're gonna tell you something. Oh, we about 45, 5,600 a week. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. You just picked Lease Corey Franklin? I hope that's not what you're telling me. Did you just get your license, Corey? You're going to have to come down to the pulpit in a minute here. You understand me? Are you following me? That's not what their average truck gets. That is what the drivers they like get. Not their top drivers, because that top drivers is bullshit. They mean the drivers they like get that. Because the next conversation, it is not about any of those other things. It's who. I want to be quiet. I shouldn't be giving all these gems. I only got $30 to cash up. That's crazy, Mark. It's who you know. When your company is full-fledged ahead, you got to go. Max running, because everything you do makes the money. When you come over here to the owner op and lease, it's who you know. So, what the hell? Oh, need new headphones. These headphones got a short. It's who you know. And networking is not going to work, Quan, especially if you're a Negro. That networking shit is bullshit. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Networking works if it's this. If you're this, there is no networking. You're in one of the most racist regimes of working you could possibly be in. You're screwed from walking in the door. Unless your company, because they're making every dollar off of you, you have all those in the world. So when a person asks me, what's the difference between a successful driver at a lease company and a non-successful driver at a lease company, I will ask them to show me their DMs. The DM situation on the successful driver is different than the DM situation on the non-successful driver. How do you know that, TB? Because I've known people who've been immensely successful at a company for 3 years. Their DM gets fired and they can't make money. They immediately don't work. They immediately don't get no money. They immediately don't get no loads. Everything falls apart. So the difference between the successful driver and a non-successful driver at a big company is the DM situation. When you come in the game, you don't know that certain DMs have access to certain accounts and all. You don't know that shit. We don't see that. We don't see that. You don't know if your DM is considered a putz in the office? You don't know that. You just know I'm here to drive and I want to be on time, which is the way that it should be. Right? This is the way that it should be. But it's not the way that it is all the time. You're at a small company, everything's going all right. They also may not report everything you're doing correctly, meaning taxes, because they're just trying to figure it out. On top of that, their payroll is in shambles most of the time. With small companies, they never want to admit this to you, but it's the truth. Their payroll is in shambles. You don't know when you're getting paid. You're supposed to get paid Thursday. Sometimes it don't come to Monday. Sometimes it don't come to Friday. Sometimes you don't know when it's coming. You go to the mega carrier, there's a whole floor that's dedicated to your payroll. And it comes, it may not be right, but it comes every time they tell you it comes. No matter what, it's going to show up. Whether it's correct or not is a whole other conversation. Small companies tell you all type of shit. Oh my God, there was a glitch at all the banks in Dubai, and now I can't get your money. Now I can't give you money, man, because something happened. Oh, bear with us. If you're late, that's unacceptable. But if they don't pay you, bear with us. That's the bullshit. That's why some people say, you know what? I'd rather be in a mega carrier because they're there for, as Mario says, the ecosystem, which is what's involved in that ecosystem, is a decent back office. And you may be seeing more money per mile, but they're averaging more payouts per year. And you got to figure out which one is important to you. That's why I always tell you need to train. Because you can double, you can take, if you're averaging $2,500 or $3,500 in profit in a week, when you train, you can double that. You'll double some expenses, but it usually evens out pretty well. You have an ecosystem, the truck's taken care of. All you got to do is keep it on the road. It is not that simple when you go to a smaller company with a lease situation. Now, some of the younger people could be watching this and their eyes could be glazing over. And what I'm here to tell you, if your eyes are glazing over, you're not ready to do it. It ain't for you. Another lie, which makes going lease so beautiful, you're going to pick where you're going. That is bullshit. No, you're not. No, you're not. There is 1% of companies that allow you to pick where you're going. It's an untruth, and we need to stop telling it. Hit the Cash App. Y'all want me to keep going? I'll wait for y'all to hit the cash. Let me know. If you want me to keep going, let me pull this thing down while y'all hitting the Cash App. 1 second.
Special thanks to Corey Wilson. Just signed up for the Patreon. He will be able to message me directly. He also will be able to see videos before they come out. Weeks, sometimes months before they come out. Also, we're at TB Uncut. We're almost up to 500 followers over there. On Rumble, you get 100% of the notifications. So if you don't know what rumble.com is, that's where all the people are going for freedom of speech, where you cannot be blackballed for your beliefs and what you think and what you say. So make sure you sign up for that. Sometimes on YouTube, they don't really pay attention to the notification. You say, I missed a live. If you're tired of missing lives, go sign up for rumble.com. It's TB Uncut. And if you want to help support the channel for more than just Cash Apps, you can hit the Patreon channel. And that Patreon channel, you get stuff first. You can message me directly. And you also can help support the channel. I appreciate everybody who signed up for the Patreon and the TV Uncut. I'm happy that you're here for the live. Let's get into it.
What do you want to be leased for in the first place will be the next question. And it usually comes up to, oh man, my plan was always own a business, get some money, and flip it into real estate, which ain't a bad plan. It's not a bad plan. You ain't the first one to think of it, but it's not a bad plan on its face. And I'm here to tell you that according to the spending habits of the younger people, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Slim Pack. Wow, I actually seen a couple of your videos, Slim Pack. She'll understand this because she's a car gal. I'm a Ford guy. Yeah. So whatever that means to you. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyway, home time can work if you pick the correct company. If you pick the correct company, home time can work because you may pick a place that don't mind you going home, and you can, the percentage is so high, or the loads pay so high, it may work out. But you also would have to be good at managing your money, which we know it's not that's not a common thing anymore. Y'all believe in buying Hellcats and everything like that. It costs money for that stuff. Okay? It costs money. If you want to be that type of driver that can go home anytime they want to, invest in real estate, then that means you would be cheap. And a $600 a month, $700 a month car note that is for something that is not a Ford. I'm sorry, it triggers me. It triggers me sometimes because I'm such a Ford guy. But I'll back it off. It's not conducive to the thing that when I hear y'all talk to me that you say you want. Right? Right? It doesn't make sense. Now, in Slim Pack's cases, she has media shit to do. So she needs time off sometimes. Totally agree. So she is exempt from this conversation. And here goes another thing I don't understand about y'all. Look at Slim Pack. Where's she at? She right there. And I don't know Slim Pack's preferences. I don't know any of that. What I'm saying is, this is the girlfriend y'all want. I don't understand why y'all are not putting that together. I told y'all, the people winning are the people who put two bodies in the truck and the checks come to one account. Those are the married couples. Those are the regular couples. Both of them are driving and seeing some money. Both of them understand the lifestyle. That should be your relationship goal. But y'all not doing it, is you? Then you'll say, oh, I ain't know, man, I don't want to do what you're young. Why wouldn't you date someone with a CDL? So if you did get that truck, both of y'all are running and the checks are coming back to one account. Why wouldn't we do that? But I guess I'm stupid. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. I shouldn't. I'm a simp. I don't know what it is. But y'all are in relationships that are not benefiting the lifestyle you are trying to lead and you profess that you want. Right? So you'll tell me you're trying to date some IG model. And I got friends who do it, who stay at the crib, don't have a CDL. Every time you talk to her, she's subtracting from that real estate money. When you could be up here with Val, the trucking goddess, or Angelique Storm, or Slim Pack, living it up. Why are y'all not doing that? Am I the only one that thought of this? My wife has a CDL. We ran up a bag. What? I don't understand it. Here's another question for the people who want to be lease drivers. If you're not doing media, because remember, Slim Pack's doing media. She has other shit going on. But if you're a regular person, at some point, you're going to have to decide between your business, which is being on the road, and home. You're not Slim Pack. You don't have nothing to do at the house but spend money. That's it. You're not going home and doing other shit. You're going home and spending money. Home means losing money to the average driver. Why wouldn't you take that hot, sweet Butterworth, that Sacagawea, and put it on the business with you and hit the road? I don't get it. Oh, you gotta eat, you gotta eat a little this, you gotta suck a little that, you gotta kiss a little that, you gotta ride a little this, you gotta do some stuff. But other than that, you're in there. Your best check is $1,900 a month, 2 checks of $1,900 a week. I mean, you're seeing $4,000 a week. What is the problem? Your person's there with you. You're getting a bunch of money. Y'all taking freaking trips to Vegas and stopping in Vegas and sexing up at the top of the Bellagio. I don't get why y'all are not doing this. But you're freaking going for the party girl at the crib. She ain't got nothing going on. Let me tell you something. There is nothing more valuable to a trucker than a woman with a CDL. Nothing. These are the prizes for you. These are the prizes for you. And I don't know how to beat it through your head, bro. These joints that don't have a CDL and you have to go back and visit, they're costing you money. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. You're making your life harder. Yeah, man. You're going to have to eat it up in the truck, bro. It is what it is. You're going to get a face full of Sacagawea. You're going to have to do it, bro. Yeah, you're going to have to. Y'all both going to have to give to get. It's going to have to be one of them situations. But who don't want a little sweet loving right there on the truck? I don't got to get no hotel room. She know how the game go. Why is this not a win? I don't get it. Listen to me. That is insanity. My old lady was with me for 4 years on the road. I never got tired of her. What are you talking about? Who gets tired of sandwiches being made for them? Who gets tired of not having to do their own paperwork? Who gets tired of 2 o'clock in the morning truck stop rendezvousing? Who gets tired of being laid over and getting their pita road in the back of the truck and laying around sticky? Who gets tired of that? Y'all get tired of vagina? Y'all are weird, bro. I don't understand you. I've been with my old lady 6. I ain't never needed no space. If a nigga needs space from you, he don't want you. Period. My granddad married 7 years, ain't never said, Ejime, I need some space. That's so weird, bro. It's so weird. I'm not burned out from my relationship. What you mean to say is, I like humping different chicks. Just be honest. I can't do it because I like humping different chicks. I would respect you more if you just said that. But you're talking about people are talking about going to get a lease and I get to pick where I'm going, and you gonna do this joint alone? When there's chicks out here with a CDL waiting for somebody to get on a truck with them or waiting to get on someone's truck? Y'all are insane, bro. I don't understand it, bro. Be around their homeboys 24/7. Can't be around a chick for 2 hours. I'm confused, man. It's Diddy. That's what it sounds like to me. I'm sorry. It's gonna be real. Space. We need space when you can get this check. Thank you. You can get this check. Y'all are, y'all, man, I don't get y'all, bro. Y'all new ones. Y'all gonna have to explain it to me. And I know I'm hitting people's heart bad. I only got 3 cash apps because that show that y'all don't like me to getting you. Like, I'm sorry, but I have to be real. You saying you want to double up your money. You saying you want to build your business. TB, they don't get second partner at good idea of one. They don't get it, Mr. Hines. You saying you want to double up your business? That is simple as keeping your chick on the truck. You literally make double the profit. What is the problem? You make double the profit. You spend less of the money to get the cheeks. If you hugged up with Angelique Storm and Slim Pack in the truck, you don't got to go to no hotel. The bed right there. Y'all could go to Vegas, don't get a hotel, hump in the truck, Uber to the freaking Strip, have fun, and don't give a dime to Hilton. I'm confused, bro. The people who are winning are the husband and wife and couple truckers. They're winning, bro. They are winning. I don't get it, bro. I did 7 years with nobody in my truck, and then I turned around and did 4 in my truck. And let me tell you, a sticky TB is a happier TB. A fed TB is a happier TB. A TB that does not have to do his own paperwork is a happy TB. That simple. That simple. I didn't have to talk to the office no more. My old lady talked to him. I didn't have to check the paperwork. My old lady handled the paperwork. I didn't have to talk to payroll about my check. My old lady was checking the check. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. What do you need? What else you need? All you got to do is drive the truck. Come on, man. Now you done doubled your money. You don't have to maintain a house for her because she's on the truck. So y'all can say screw the house and just stack it. Right? Ain't that what y'all talking about? Getting money? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, bro. I just don't know what y'all trying to do, but y'all keep saying y'all want some money. At some point, y'all are just lying. Y'all don't want no money. There's a bunch of chicks going for that these days. Y'all don't want the chicks that are going for that. That's the truth. You keep trying to date what you search on a porn site, and that ain't reality. That ain't reality, bro. That ain't reality. A lot of y'all need to get off your porn addiction and date and see what a regular woman in the world looks like. Stop thinking you're going to date a Brittany Rayner. You're not pulling a Brittany Rayner. Get out of your freaking self. Find a chick that's on the road. Try to get at them. Or when you're at trucking school or in these social media sites, there's social media sites where all these truckers chill. They're known truckers out here in the streets, and get at it, bro. Get at it. Stop being scared. You're going to have to put your face down there, handle some business. You got to have to do it. You want that double check, don't you? You got to handle it. You can handle it, right? All these trucker chicks up here talking about they ain't a truck alone, and I gotta watch myself because I'm alone, baby. You don't got to be alone, baby. That's a fact, though. I go with you. Shit. I'm tired. Yeah, man. Look, what you gonna do? You gotta handle it. No, you gotta do what you gotta do. Man, they not hitting the like button or hitting the cash yet, but that's why I said we on 54 minutes. I'm not gonna be on here too much longer, man. I'm about to get off. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to drop some gems before I leave.
Okay? I'm trying to tell you that before I leave. You trying to double your money, how about you get a real partner in life? If you're an OTR truck driver, your partner in life is another truck driver. I don't know why it's so complicated for y'all to put that together. Jeffrey, grow up. Come on now. You can put your face all in a booty hole, but she can't use the bathroom in the truck. Grow up. Who about to call in? I'm dropped the call in link. Try to give y'all a chance before I bounce out of here. Y'all ain't gonna see me the next week. I gotta go back to work. Let me tell you something about women. Since we here, you listen to that crap they tell you. They don't want a man. A woman wants a man, or whatever the preference is. Nobody wants to be alone in that truck for 30, 60 days at a time. You know what the real problem is why you're not pulling Angeliques and Vows and Slim Packs? You some bitches come with stupid lies they see a mile away and they choose not to mess with you. You got to give them some compliments, baby. Okay? I'm going to give you a rule my daddy told me way back down the county. Okay? If you can make a woman laugh, you can screw them. You understand that? If a woman can make you enjoy her food, she can do you. It's that simple. It's that maybe you need to call Slim Pack up. You so busy in a IG saying stupid shit. I'm just checking on you, baby. How you been doing? Oh, they got me running here. Oh man, don't run too hard. Talk to her. Get to know her. Y'all have no fucking game, bro. Y'all are the gameless, no personality having sons of bitches I've ever seen in my life. Every generation I've ever been around. No game, no nothing. Don't know how to talk up on no vagina at all. You're not funny. You're not fun to hang around. You're none of that. And some YouTuber done switched your mind. Some YouTuber done switched your mind into thinking you don't need vagina. And some woman done switched their mind thinking they don't need no penis, which is insanity. It is the literal reason you're coded. And you telling me a woman can drive the truck too, be on there with you, and throw you some trim every one again? That's not a good deal to you. I'm confused. And y'all, and I'm going on another one. Y'all picky. A little extra duck meat. I don't care about no duck meat. She got a little extra pushing for the cushion. Nick, we lucked that back then. I don't know what y'all into now. Y'all just weird, bro. I don't get it. Let me tell you something. It don't matter to me. She run that shift 600 miles a day. She can gain some weight. I don't care. That check coming. I'm going to rub on that big old driving booty every night. What's the problem? It's a little extra rolls, baby. That's it. I'm confused. No, y'all want these freaking pinup models or something like they going to get you some money. Man, get out of here, boy. You better be up in that truck sucking toes, talking about you love them and shit, feeding them tuna fish sandwiches and waiting on that check to come. That's what you need to be doing. Watching that money pile up. That's what you need to be doing. Brian, you know the cause. You ain't hit the PayPals. I don't know why you in here. You got standards. You're talking about a woman with a trade. How is that not a good standard? And book cashing out. What is the standard? You're talking about a woman with a trade, probably her own lease and own business, her own money in her account, her own health care, her own credit, her own vehicle, her own career. Where is the standards not being met? So if that is not the standard, what standard are you talking about?
And there's no answer. There's no answer. So basically, if you don't know what you want, how the hell are any of these women gonna give you what you want? You don't know what you want. Thanks, Wet Willie. Jordan, crickets. You don't know what you want. So how the hell is Becky gonna give you what you want if you don't know? She can't. So your standard is looks, is what you're saying. She can't let herself go. You're talking about her. Your standard is looks. So you're shallow. Your whole standard is just looks, but you're not showing us what you look like. Insanity. Insanity. Nah, the people don't want to hear you, Brian. That's why you got to pay to get on. Hit that cat. Well, let me know when you hit that PayPal. Yeah, insanity. I don't get it, bro. Philip.
What's that, bro?
I'm trying to talk them into getting some money, bro. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If a big fine woman with her own truck, her own car, right? Her own money, her own LLC, her own cash in the bank.
Oh yeah.
Is you telling her? Are you turning that down to get on the truck?
Of course not. Sign me up. Sign me immediately. You locked in like death row.
But
Listen,
these dudes,
I ain't scared of no curves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but they giving me all the excuses in the world.
Man, listen. I'll say this. Social media has made it more difficult, but not impossible. The truth is, I think the reason a lot of times dudes have a hard time out here is because their own character qualities ain't together. They're not good people. Some of y'all out here are borderline incels that just don't want to talk about it. But you know, a lot of times it's just people just don't got their personality together. You know, there's compatibility issues. They don't know how to talk to women. And I'm saying like you got to come up with some game and like that. No, just be able to carry a conversation, have some substance to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And naturally, at least I would believe anyway, in my own personal experience, if you have something to offer as far as your character and your person, they're gonna gravitate to you anyway. I don't do nothing special to attract women. I just be myself, and I have options. You know, like that's all I can tell you. There's no magical secret to dating a game like that. No, just be a decent person and have something to offer. And I don't mean monetarily either, because a lot of y'all like to leave with the bag, and that's your problem now. That's why y'all be going home tricking, coming out back outside with your pockets hurting. But I'm gonna leave that alone.
Let's see. This is what I don't understand. We going to go to Slim Pack's channel.
I like Slime Pack. She's dope.
Oh, I've been watching her
Slim. Videos.
It's Slime Pack. I'm sorry,
Yeah, Slime Pack.
Let's see what we working with here. Let's put her on blast. Let's see what we working with here. Look at that. Thicker than a snicker.
Yes, sir.
Thicker than a snicker. Getting money.
Mm-hmm.
Look, she talking to another one. Look at another one right there.
Yeah, I think she does collabs with other people sometimes. I watched a video the other day or yesterday, something like that.
You telling me you got all this woman in the truck, and y'all don't know what to do? You don't know what to do?
Hey, listen, I can show you better than I can tell you.
All this woman in the truck.
Oh,
look at this
man.
own crib.
Yeah, she doing a big
at the crib chilling. You could be in the house bucket naked while she cooking fried chicken right now, but y'all don't want that. Y'all want something else. Y'all want. I don't understand it, bro. You have to explain it to me.
Listen, I couldn't tell you this generation. I just let them be where they at.
Crib, whole crib, chilling, and y'all ain't interested. Man, got a truck. Look at that prime truck. She had the Death Star.
Oh yeah.
What are we talking about here? Getting coffee?
Living the dream at the regime.
Oh my, she at the lot cashing out.
Got options.
Cashing out. Book
Somebody,
cashing out said, I can't do it.
hey.
What you can't do? I'm confused, bro. Let's pause it. She had been cashing out on this joint. I've been right back here holding that purse. Talking about some, you getting the gray one? Y'all stupid, bro.
I be the greatest cheerleader ever.
You get that gray one. You got it because it matched your eyes. I be saying shit like that.
Hey, did they give you the red key, baby?
Don't let them stun on you. What's your interest rate?
Hey.
Yo. Insanity, bro. Man. Look at this one. Here go another one. Look. She knows someone else. Hold on. Look at this. Another.
She had a wild story about Western Express. She called them Welfare Express. That video had me crying.
And apparently, they don't have no kids. These girls ain't got no kids, man. They out here just with a check.
Hey, making to do what it do.
Getting the check, bro. And y'all talking about some because they be. What they be? Y'all can't pull them, bro. Because y'all don't know how to talk and you're weird. That's why you can't pull them. There ain't no way you can't come up to these young ladies with some decent conversation, have some direction about yourself, and try to get on in. You don't want to because you know why? Y'all prefer to deal with the inept bitches so you can get away with a bunch of bullshit. That's why. And one of these chicks is gonna check you and be like, nah, I'm not going for that. And you don't like, then you go, oh, you's a modern woman. You're gonna say some stupid MGTOW bullshit and talk yourself out some vagina. That's what's about to happen.
Yeah, Andrew Tate and tricked a lot of y'all out of the game.
Yeah, Bookie, you're gonna have to come on and tell me what I can't do because I've done it. I'm a married man. And I married a trucker. So tell me what I can't do.
Hey, listen, they don't know about 2014, 2015. You was
they
outside.
Don't understand. I'm a married man and I pulled the trucker, bro. Yeah, met up on the road, long distance. I'm gonna meet you in Idaho. That type of shit. Yeah, it wasn't that hard. You had to know how to talk to a woman, bro. That's all you got to do. But you telling me all of this, I'm trying to use respectful words. All of this ebony potential.
just all that goodness gracious.
All this ebony potential. She got all her teeth. Her teeth is clean and white. She get them done and clean and everything. She got glasses. She got style sense. She drive. Her truck is clean. What's the problem?
Multiple vehicles. Like,
I don't need to know you, bro. You're probably young. You probably got the DDG freaking haircut. You probably wear weird clothes, dude. I don't need to know you, bro. What I do know is y'all out here womanless. Talking about I'm running out of money. Get out of here, dog. Stop it, dog. Stop. Y'all better than me, bro. Y'all better. Let's look up.
All right, there you go.
This is what I'm saying. Hold on, let's look up
Hey, listen, I said it before, man. The ladies out here cleaning up these days in the game.
Look at this.
I don't know what these
dudes go another one. Out there rolling that thing by herself. There go another one. This one, she in a gown for some reason. I don't know what she in a gown for. Another one. Look at this. And if it's this many doing YouTube, you can say it's 1,000 plus more that ain't doing YouTube. Look at this. He going, I don't know who this is. I'm just picking people.
Not to mention the ones that's only on TikTok.
Only on TikTok.
I'm not familiar with her. I don't know who that is.
Agnes Rose. She out here dolo. Chilling. Natural black woman. Smell like cocoa butter through the screen.
Goodness.
You telling me it can't be done? Look at her. Lip gloss popping. Got a pink, I guess that's a mink seat cover. I don't know.
Yeah, she probably went to aisle 8 and got that.
Exactly.
Good
What's the problem? And I'm gonna tell you another reason why this conversation could never go on. It's because, and we're gonna give this scathing indictment to the MGTOW portion of the internet. Y'all do not discuss these type of women. Y'all only discuss 304s.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, we gonna get into it.
Oh
Why the fuck
no.
not? Ain't nobody hit the Cash App, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Oh no, not them.
You only are interested in 304s.
Oh,
What 304s are doing, the origin of a 304, why you shouldn't date a chick with kids. What? Okay, let's say we agree with that and say yes. Why aren't y'all discussing these women out here who are functioning? Why are we not discussing them? Why aren't you inviting working women onto your relationship podcast and talking to them who actually has a brain on it? Y'all only pick stupid 304s to talk to. Only. No one ever sits back and thinks and says, how the hell did she get on the show?
Yeah.
So name
what was her highlighting
contribution.
qualities to make her conversation
Thank
worthy?
you. What was her contribution?
What was her contribution?
What's she done? Who she is? You only bring stupid chicks up there that can't talk, and then you talk all over them talking about how it was back in the day, which is crazy because you're 25. You don't fucking know.
You know.
And then on top of that, I'm not done. Then on top of that, you're talking to them about why you're not married, and none of you niggas is married. So why are you listening? You niggas is up here with freaking weaves in and beard weaves from Atlanta and perms and shit, super light skin on steroids with no wife, talking to other bitches saying they should be wives. I'm confused.
Oh man. Wearing the man unit is crazy.
Well, we supposed to sit up and believe you know the path, and you haven't even had a path to a wife yet. Why are we listening to these podcasters talking all this shit and they're not married? They're not married. They're on sugar baby sites. They're only dealing with 304s. If you just like 304, stop complaining about them, pay them, and let's not talk about it.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
If you're into 304s, let's stop talking about them, pay them, and let's talk about something else.
God almighty.
But you'll duck all these women over here with credentials. There's women with healthcare credentials. There's women with trucking credentials. There's women who will get on the truck with you. There's women that'll love you all. You don't never want to discuss them. And then when we get into the conversation of discussing them, you switch to something shallow and say they don't look the way I want them to look.
And be mad when they got standards.
Come on now.
They got requirements. You can't pull up on that for the free ski. You got to come with some options.
I had my old lady in the truck, face full of pussy. I'm sorry. Y'all be out here dry dicking it. You want to. You be by yourself. I'm confused.
Hey, listen. All I'm gonna say is if y'all was there very first.
Uh-oh. You fell off. You fell off, Phil. Y'all can be in there dry dicking it you want to. Not interested. Yeah, good and sticky. I'm sorry. And then I just lay there and just eat Cheetos in the stickiness. Y'all tripping. Y'all and this motherfucker angry as hell alone and shit. Looking stupid as hell. Not interested. It's insanity. Come on now. You making all that money, Brian. I know you ain't complaining about the cost. $250, baby. That's the cost. You know the price. Jacob, I don't think your Cash App went through, buddy. Hold on. Because I'm getting in their ass, so they're not gonna send me no Cash App. I'm not gonna get no support for this freaking live. Jacob, yeah, your Cash App came through. I'm sorry, man. I must have overtalked the Cash App sound. But like I told you, I'm confused. Yo, I ain't eating on no stream today. Why does it matter if I'm eating or not? People just like to look for reasons why they can't. Oh, Val, I see you. I see you, Val. Appreciate you. That's what it adds up to. And some of these women can call in. Slime Pack, you can call in. I ain't gonna bite you. You can call in. Your little friends can call in. I don't understand why more women don't be on my channel. I mean, I'm an ally, I ain't gonna bite you. I don't feel nothing. Call in. Call in. Yeah, you can call in. I got you back, Phil.
Yeah, sorry about that. Somebody was calling me. But but yeah, man. It's I won't say it's easy, but it should be easy. It could be
Listen,
so
man.
simple.
If you are taught to hate your counterpart, it will be hard to compliment and tell them beautiful things about themselves to get to that soft spot. That's the truth.
That's
Y'all
true.
y'all feel that you're entitled to the vagina. When the truth is, man, sometimes you got to talk up on it. You got to say some nice things. But if y'all are being programmed to hate your counterpart, it's going to be hard to do that.
Here's the thing too. If you're a decent enough person and she was already interested, she's gonna give it to you anyway. You don't have to ask.
Yeah, but see, they be thinking what I'm discussing. I'm not talking about if you're gonna get cheeks only. I'm talking about the reason y'all have not coupled up. Bon Cobb, I see you. The reason people have not coupled up to get that double money. But it's funny when I see a lot of our Caucasian counterparts, they're doing that. Let me tell you something.
Oh man.
Mexicans will have their old lady and 2 kids in the truck.
Yeah, I was about to say they had a whole family on the truck. And it works.
Another people who notoriously team, the Arabs and Muslim community, they team, bro.
Oh, listen, I listen. As much as we rag on some of the foreign people that come to this country to do trucking, bro, they get to that money, bro.
Yeah.
I done seen them walking out the truck stop with Gucci bags and matching logic and ensembles and stuff like that. Like don't slip on it. Like yeah, there's some out here that do some sketchy stuff and we wish them well, but for the ones that come over here and get to it, bro, they be getting to that money.
Yeah, so I'm confused on how they're able to get somebody and team with. And let's take it out of there. I've seen Muslim teams with brothers,
Oh
cousins.
yeah.
They're getting that double money, man. They're running that $1,000, $1,300 a day. So there's no way our particular section, I got to be in the truck alone. Why? Why do you got to be in the truck alone?
Well, it go back to what you said before. Them habits, man. Them addictions, them vices. And it ain't got to just be, porn. It can be food. It could be, you know, uh, whatever your vice is at this point.
King Dolo says niggas are out here for themselves, solo leveling, and we can't stand each other. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I'd rather you say that and just be honest. I'm a piece of shit person that can't stand to be around other people, so I choose to be in the truck alone. I would respect that more than you giving me a whole bunch of excuses, displacing the blame on other people.
Accountability, man.
Right. Exactly. You got to just take some accountability and say, I don't want it.
Yeah, people, for whatever reason, people in our sector or by sector, I mean us we are scared of accountability.
Book Cashing Out says, I be in my truck alone because I like peace. Well, if that was true, why did you ever comment on the whole video? That means this video was categorically not about you. It was not about you, bro. You could have just watched or not watched, but you felt the need to say something. My question is why? Then obviously I'm not talking to you then. I just don't get it. I'm different. I'm a different breed, up in age. So it's what it is. These young ones out here, it's really, I just don't get it, man. It reminds me of those memes, man, where a chick is like, it's a cartoon
Mhm.
and the chick is like, she's on her knees and the dude's head is back like he's getting some fellatio, and on the top, top of the text says, "This could be us, but you're playing."
Uh-huh.
This
I
could be
remember
us, but you're playing. But you know what I'm saying? But y'all rather have all these excuses and reasons why and all that. When you can just say, man, hey, man, I like hitting different chicks. Just, all right, cool, man. I feel you. That's your thing. That's what's up. That's what you like to do, man. Own it. Players back in the day, they owned it. Hey, man, I like strange butt. All right, do your thing, man. But understand something. There is a difference between how far the people who are able to be monogamous got and the people who are hopping from woman to woman to woman to woman to woman. So one of them own more property than the other. One of them has more savings than the other.
Don't let the movies fool you. There are beyond just social benefits. There are some monetary benefits behind having a significant other, especially if y'all are married.
There's monetary benefits. There's tax benefits.
Yeah, man.
There's loan agreement benefits. Okay, if y'all keep saying y'all are going to be business owners and you about business and about all this stuff, if you are really about that, you would be married, because all of the people who are influential in business, except for the upper crust who came up with a new invention like a Elon Musk or something, but all the rest of the people, when you get to regular executives and CEOs, they're all married.
And mind you, in that space, you know, if you are a business person, you're more likely to close some type of business deal if you have a significant other or if you are married than you are to be if you're alone, because they look at that as showing stability.
Exactly. They look at it as showing stability. So my thing is, when you're trying to figure out, oh my God, how did they get a rental property? A lot of these people are in relationships before they get married. She buys a house, he buys a house, and then that other house becomes a rental property, and that's their way to get into it. But it happens cooperatively. And y'all are telling me, hey man, it sounds good in theory, TV. Most drivers are comfortable with being alone. If you're comfortable with being alone, you're screwed. Because scientifically, we are not supposed to be alone. That is not a theory. That's a scientific fact. If you go to the animal that is closest related to us, the chimpanzees, if they're alone, they die.
Same thing with cattle.
They can't just be out there by themselves, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't understand when y'all say, oh man, some people just find their peace. That's not peace, bro. What you're doing is you're finding peace in your failure to couple. And I'm not telling you what you should couple with. I'm not telling you none of those things, but you're supposed to couple.
That's tough.
It's that freaking simple, bro. Well, I find more peace in my failure, then you're screwed anyway. You shouldn't even be talking. So I just don't understand it, man. I really don't. I appreciate you for calling in, Phil. I ain't gonna be here too much longer. Enough people ain't hit the cash yet. I gotta get out of here. Yeah, you're breaking up and everything. I'm getting out of here, Phil. But yeah, you're you saying anything. Look, before I block you, Brooke, because you're obviously in here just to say the opposite of anything that I'm saying, which means you don't like my content, which means why are you here? So I'm gonna block you. But I'm gonna say what I need to say first. What I say isn't law. You can even say it is my opinion. Okay? You can say it's my opinion on some of this stuff. But what I'm saying is, if being alone and being single is so great, why are there so many podcasts built around relationships when y'all are single? Why would you even be talking about being single? If it's so great, why are y'all discussing it and arguing about it at length, single online? If it's so great. Jordan T.
What's going on, TV?
How you doing? Who am I talking
to? Good. There's Jordan. You can hear me good, right?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to join in. How y'all doing? Y'all doing
all right? I'm doing good. I don't know if I've pissed you off with some of the stuff I've been saying, but what do you think so far?
Oh no, listen, I've been agreeing with you the whole time. I pretty much was saying like how, like you said, the counterparts, like, the other groups, when they get in the trucking business, they do it with their wives. They do it as a family. You know what I mean? And it's like our community. Anytime we bring it up, everyone's like, "Oh no," they looking for any reason not to. Oh well, the women in trucking, they're all manly and this and that. And it's like, that's not true. That none of that is true,
So you
A lot of it.
I think they're more interested in just having sex with a lot of people, and they feel like if they couple up, they won't be able to do that.
Exactly. Yeah. And a lot of it is ego as well. Because when your woman making, the same money as you, it's kind of like you probably can't push her around. You know how a lot of these dudes think, they just want that control over the woman. So yeah, trust me, I've heard it from a lot of women that, they meet me and they're like, man, I want to get my CDL, but my husband, he don't want me to drive a truck, but he drives trucks. And I'm like, but that don't make sense because, y'all can double up. But they're like, yeah, but he want me to stay at home. You know how they go. So
And my thing is, and today with hyperinflation, how does that math? How does that math?
Right.
That doesn't math out. And like I said, and this is something that's going to throw people for a curve. A lot of these truckers are making more money than they were ever supposed to. A lot of y'all without trucking, you would make no other kind of money. So what it is there's an unchecked ego because you're making more money than you thought you could make. And you start getting these, I'm a high value man thoughts. Well, I don't want my woman to work. I'm going to be honest with all of y'all. Truckers do not make enough money for your woman not to work. That's a lie. Number two, I do not think it is especially if you don't have any children, I don't believe that it is in the best interest for someone to just sit around and do nothing. That isn't good mentally for your mate. So if your mate is telling you that, hey man, I'll get my CDLs and work with you, and she wants to work with you on your path, I'm straining to see the problem with that. Absolutely. You go to the company and I'll train you. Why can't I train you? That's a perfect situation. I don't understand how y'all don't like that. And now you got free. It's not free. You have sanctioned cheeks on the truck with you. What better deal is that? And y'all saying y'all don't want it? And y'all have how do you have a difference of opinion between being with coupling up and that's what we're supposed to be doing? But y'all have created a business and a culture around complaining about being separated, but saying it's good to be separated. Then what would you complain about then? You should be happy that you're separated. You shouldn't be talking about it. That's what I would think. I'm not up here binge watching relationship conversations because I am in a successful relationship. I don't need that content, so I don't watch it. But y'all are on here pointing fingers and arguing about something that you said you didn't want. That makes no sense. There's no woman. Well, let's boil it down. There's no no woman, period, that is saying they like being out 30 days with no mate with them, holding them at night and helping them put fuel in the truck. There ain't a woman with a CDL that's saying that. Not at all. So tell me how the dudes are in my chat saying, oh, I just need my peace. Well, that's funny you say that. Well, if you wouldn't pick banshee hoe ass bitches, you wouldn't have a bad track record with women to what a point where you're saying all women are crazy. All women are not crazy. That's too big of a generalization. If we go to your background, you pick banshee, brisket back, retarded bitches. You knocked them up. They took your money. Were in domestic disputes with them. And now you have a fucked up view of women. That is your choice. You chose those women. But if you chose a woman that was doing what she was supposed to, which y'all really don't like to do, because then that person can point out what you're not supposed to be. It is easier to be with a bum than it is to be with somebody who is career driven or somebody who has goals. It is so much easier to be with somebody that don't care about nothing. Because when you're slipping, they're not going to call you on it. So just say, I like broke, dumb hoes because I can do whatever I want to do. Or I like broke, dumb hoes because I can feel good about myself. And if that's the case, you're a pathetic piece of shit worth a man. And you're supposed to get the shitty women that is ruining your bank account. That's what you're supposed to have. And I'm happy you're that way because then you can leave some of the women out here that's trying to do what they're supposed to do to the men that deserve them. It could be that simple. If you're not in agreement with that, then just run off and be alone. Here goes Brooke. I'm going to call in. Now, what was your interest in calling in? We have a difference of opinion. You can, though. You can call in and we can have that conversation.
If anyone, you obviously ain't been watching my channel for a while. If you want that, you can have it. Because I'm the guy that will give it to you. And we can sit and have a real conversation. You can break down to me why you believe being alone is peace. Being alone is peace if you are bad at relationships and bad at social skills. If you have bad social skills, being alone is peace. So when you tell me being alone is peace, you're telling me I have fucked up social skills. I have an inability to compromise. I am self-centered and can't think or care for someone else. I get irritated when I have to do something that isn't just for me. So when Jordan T says, "Oh man, look, I need to stop because I may be on my menstrual a few times more than regular," it irritates you because all you care about is driving towards your own selfish needs. That doesn't mean you're a driven man. That means you're a child. You're a child. Your granddaddy compromised for your grandmother. Your father compromised for your mom, or maybe he didn't. And now here we are. Maybe he didn't. My stepfather didn't buy fancy clothes and made sure my mother was okay. He went to work. He didn't party on the weekend. And if those things are your goals, or those things are the only thing that you're built out of course you're not going to find a mate. Of course you're not going to find a mate. Of course you're not. You're here for self only. And one of the most selfless things you can do is be in an actual monogamous relationship with the person and support them spiritually, emotionally, and financially, and have good direction. And another thing is y'all have no direction. So you want a chick to respect you, but she can look at you and tell you have no direction. Why would she follow you anywhere? You don't know where the fuck you going. If your plan is just be alone and at peace, that's not a plan. No, I'm not going to follow you. Fuck, I'm following you for? To nowhere? What's the point? I'm sorry, man. Y'all got me going. I'm sorry, Jordan. I'm sorry.
Preach. Nah, I'm over here like preach. No, for real. And it's on a serious note. Though, it's so much more than a woman just in the truck and you being able to lay up with her. Like some of these dudes, they get sick out here, like on the road. Every once in a while, you might catch a fever, catch a cold. It's nothing like having a partner, and especially a woman that can nurse you back to health. You know what I mean? Let's say you driving and you hungry and y'all don't have enough time to stop at a Love's or a Petro to get something to eat. She can cook on the truck. You know what I mean? It's so much, like you said, it's so much to a woman.
More.
And even at the shippers, a lot of these guys don't understand. Because I've teamed twice. I teamed with a cousin and a male friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's something about when a woman is around and y'all go to the shipper, try to check in. You know how usually they be like, man, it's gonna be another 3-4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you have a woman check in. Y'all gonna be in and out. They're gonna get you a door. Listen, women, it's privilege. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so y'all can show up late. Yeah, y'all can show up late.
You're dealing with older. What y'all don't understand is the powers that be in trucking is a conservative regime. It's conservative. They like married couples because it reflects their conservative values. You showing up dripped in designer, looking like a little freaking little player, that's not going to get you to the front of the line. That's not going to get you respect. That's not going to get you any of those things. These dudes are married 20, 30, 40 years. When you get up and you go into your trucking company and look at all the pictures on the wall, all those old dudes are married and they are successful in trucking.
CB, can I add to that real quick? Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt. That's just a great point you just brought up. Most of these mega carriers are family owned, family founded. Let's say, for example, Swift, right? From what I was told, the story behind Swift and Knight, because I understand that Knight is the parent company, the founder's son-in-law runs, that, So pretty much what I realized is, with these mega carriers who've been in business almost 100 years, they started out as families. So with that being said, I don't know why a lot of these owner operators, they say, yeah, I want to build a fleet of 20, 30 trucks. But what they got to understand, it's not about the money, it's about the family.
Yeah.
But to even get a family, you have to have a woman, right?
Well,
right?
but I mean, that gets into gender politics, but I do agree. But what I will say is this: if you cannot manage a relationship and or a family, how are you going to manage a business? I tell my cousins and brothers all the time, if you're very loose with your commitment in your marriage, you're loose with your commitment with your partner, you're going to be loose. Men who jump from woman to woman to woman, they also jump from career to career to career to career. And the real problem is you don't have a problem with your job. You don't have a problem with your career. You have a problem with sticking with something. You believe there's always something better around the corner. So what you're doing is you're stuck in the shopping phase. You never stop shopping. Like I tell my woman all the time, you don't have to worry. There is nothing I'm looking for. I have, and I can say this without feeling less than a man, I have exactly what I want. I don't need to look for anything. All my needs are met. Now, the problem is people don't know how to say, I'm good. I got what I want. You're still shopping. What are you shopping for if your needs are met? But if you never know, if you have been taught a unforgiving excess or unquenchable urge for more, you will literally, that you will never be happy. You'll never be fulfilled is the word I'm looking for. You'll never be fulfilled. Rihanna can walk in here bucket naked, jiggling, and I will call the police. I will call the police. You got to go, because if my old lady come home, we both dead. So you got to get out of here. I don't want your choochie. I don't want your sex. I don't want what you think you can give me. I have a woman who manages my house, who manages my affairs, who makes sure my back is rubbed, who makes sure my belly is full. I don't need nothing some side piece can offer me. Nothing. And if you haven't got to that point in your life, there's only two things. You're either young, you're stupid, or you have a sexual problem that you're not addressing. And a lot of those problems come from a multiple of things. But one of the biggest ones that comes from pop culture, and the other one, it comes from watching too much pornography. You're over-sexualized. And you believe you're supposed to just be conquesting. Okay, let's say you do that from 16 to 25. And that's cute. When you start getting close to 30, that is no longer cute. When you pass 30, it's not cute. When you pass 40, it's pathetic. When you pass 50, you're a lost cause. That's the truth. It is not popular, but it is the truth. See, we do not look into our elders to find our direction and to give respect. But understand, when elder men are sitting around and they got all them old ladies with the gray froze, and they see that you out here slipping and dipping, they don't respect that shit. It's not respectful. It's called a shameful act. It's shameful. And you may not like that I'm saying it. You may not like the way that I'm saying it, but you will figure out in time that I am correct. Y'all are not rich. You're not independently wealthy through families. You're not none of those things. You are part of the precariat, the one who lives increasingly precarious. You are a working class poor. That is the truth about what we are, if you're ready to admit it or not. You're a poor person. And one thing you realize when you go across the world, poor people stay together. Only in America can you be tricked out of knowing you're poor, spend your poor little change, and don't have a person with you. Who the hell wrote that script? Who wrote it? How did my grandfather stay together for 60 years in Jim Crow? And you have all of these opportunities and y'all can't figure it out? And then you can't say, oh, it's a difference of opinion. Yeah, that's true. You're allowed to have your own opinion. And I'm allowed to say you're fucking wrong. You're wrong. It's that freaking simple. My old lady does not have to worry about me because I have expressed and showed my agenda and she's agreed to it. And another thing, a lot of you have no agenda. You just want money to buy shit. That's not an agenda. So if you're just a law, and this is another, I hate to tell you that, and this is going to piss a lot of people off. That's the reason why I don't date women with weave. I said it. I know it's going to hurt people's feelings. I don't date women with weave, blonde hair, or who wear makeup. Those are my 3 things. Those 3 things right there. If you can't get on board with that, it's safe to say you can't get on board with my greater agenda. So I'm gonna respectfully say no, thank you. I'm not saying you're a terrible woman. I'm just telling you that if you can't grasp this is what I want, and this is the crazy thing that's gonna fuck you up. I'm telling you to take off the weave, the blonde hair, and the makeup because I want you, not what that projects. So you're gonna pass up on me because I prefer to be with you and not this bullshit that you're showing me. That is self-hate at another level. I don't want this nigga. Why? Because he want me. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a sickness? You don't. The reason why speaking to me does 2 things. Either one thing, you're going to become someone who likes my content, or you're going to become someone who is offended by my content because you do not know you're a coon. That's one. When you realize you're a coon, you're angry. That's 2. Around the time when you're ready to stop being a coon, then you're interested and you'll binge my content. What I'm telling you is the best thing for you. Be you. Let down the alcohol. Pull back the promiscuous sex. Couple, learn how to be in a monogamous relationship. That is what I'm pushing at its core. Because when it all said and done and all the shit is gone and all your health is gone away for you running around chasing all these women, the one that you're supposed to be with is going to be the one willing you into IHOP, not the child bitches you're hitting right now. They're not willing you into IHOP, dog. That's the one you need to find. Instead of you calling into me and telling me I can't find it because this group is terrible, that's a cop-out, bro. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. It's a cop-out. You haven't found nobody. You haven't found anybody because you're not willing to work on yourself. That's why you haven't found anybody. And that is obvious. And you can't close the deal. Or you have some inflated want that you believe you should get that you can't close. So you're doing, well, I'm gonna hurt them. I'll just be by myself if I can't have the one I want. That hurts you, nigga. That don't hurt nobody else. You alone. You heard me? You're by yourself. That's the call-in link. And I see people on my chat, they disagree with me. Please call in and put me in my place. I would love it. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to show another commercial and hit the Cash App if y'all want this conversation to continue. Do you want us to stop here or do y'all want it to continue? Hit the Cash App. Let me know.
Special thanks to Corey Wilson. Just signed up for the Patreon. He will be able to message me directly. He also will be able to see videos before they come out. Weeks, sometimes months before they come out. Also, we're at TB Uncut. We're almost up to 500 followers over there. On Rumble, you get 100% of the notifications. So if you don't know what rumble.com is, that's where all the people are going for freedom of speech, where you cannot be blackballed for your beliefs and what you think and what you say. So make sure you sign up for that. Sometimes on YouTube, they don't really pay attention to the notification. You say, I missed a live. If you're tired of missing lives, go sign up for rumble.com. It's TB Uncut. And if you want to help support the channel for more than just Cash Apps, you can hit the Patreon channel. And that Patreon channel, you get stuff first. You can message me directly. And you also can help support the channel. I appreciate everybody who signed up for the Patreon and the TV Uncut. I'm happy that you're here for the live. Let's get into it.
M. Henry.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? Tell me where I'm wrong at, boss.
Man, you know me, I was just calling in just pretty much to say, man, this world ain't built for one person to live their life by themselves. One injury, one life-threatening issue with your health, anything, you out of here. Who gonna love you enough to wipe your ass? You know what I'm saying?
That's a real one, bro. Yeah, I know. And people think, oh, that's extreme. No, that's elderly life. That's gonna come.
Man, that could happen to you in your 20s, especially out here on the road.
Wow.
You think there's some 26-year-olds out here that's real enough with their little boyfriend? They gonna wipe his butt when he get messed up.
Hey, hold on. Repeat that again.
Is there some real ones out there that's gonna wipe their mate's butt at 20-something years old?
My old lady with him.
That's harsh, man.
I'm gonna say wife because I'm married as well. But yeah, my wife with him in her early 20s.
And see, and that's what I'm talking about. But they're arguing and disagreeing with me because they feel like, you know, I'm allowed to have a separate opinion, and I'm not here to say you're not allowed to have a separate opinion. But at the same time, all of y'all want us to have a unified opinion that we shouldn't be together, and I think something's weird about that.
Yeah,
I don't agree.
I don't get it either, man. Like you say, all the other nationalities, man, they get out here on the road. I done seen four of them hop out of a truck. All men too.
Yeah, that's crazy. But they don't want to hear it. Hold on, let me see what my girl Jordan's saying. Jordan.
Yeah, I'm here.
I
Yeah.
think I'm waiting on Book cashing out to call in to set me straight. He's supposed to be calling in and setting me straight about this.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, the guy that was just up here, well, no, you had asked the question. You was like, is there anybody young that's doing, you know, that's wifing somebody else? What you call it? I was gonna say, when I had teamed with my homeboy a couple years ago, man, he had caught the Rona, you know, when that was going on. And one time I was done, like when I finished driving, it was time for us to switch. I don't hear him in the back, so I'm like, you know, he had to wake up, like what's going on? But I go back there and his fever was out of control. Like I got scared. I ain't gonna lie, because he was burning up, and yeah, I had to nurse him back to health. He couldn't even shower by himself. He couldn't do nothing. He couldn't eat. He couldn't do nothing. So for like 3 straight days, yeah.
That Rona was brutal.
Oh yeah, it was real bad. So
but most people don't think that's love, though. They think that's something they have to deal with. They don't consider that love. They only think love is affirmations and sex.
Right. No, for real. And it's like things like that. It can happen at any time, at any moment. You know, you could be the healthiest person. You could work out 5 times a week. You know, just like my homeboy did, and then get a fever, you know. So you just never know. So it's just good to have a partner. You know.
I just believe it's good to have a partner, and I believe there is some other agenda that is talking us into separating. And the truth is, it's not just happening in Black culture; it's happening in all culture. For some reason, everybody thinks it's better to be separate. Most people think it's better to be alone. And I personally do not agree. You're talking to someone who's been on the road for years at a time alone, and been on the road with somebody and living his life with somebody. And I'm here to tell you, living your life with somebody is 1,000 times better. Living a life with somebody is 1,000 times better. Yet it's not a flex that you don't want nobody with you. That's not a flex. And another problem that we never discuss in our community is mental health. Y'all got some issues, man, and you're going to have to go talk to somebody about them. But instead, we self-medicate, we self-reason, and we don't get any freaking help. And then you have all these thoughts in your mind that you think, oh, this is the way to be because I have these markers of success. Maybe you have a bunch of money, maybe you have a nice car, maybe you're in a good shape. You may be all of those things, and those are 10 times more reasons. If you're all those great things, why are you still failing at coupling? You say you're successful, you're thin, you're attractive, all the people like you. Why are you still failing at being with someone? And that's when they displace blame and say, oh, it's because nobody's good. No, bro. No, that's not true. And you're not going to get me to agree to it. You bit the cheese. I didn't. Y'all bit the cheese on always having a new car. I didn't. Y'all bit the cheese on meaningless sex. I didn't. So when I come on here and say the opposite of that, you get angry. You get angry because you have replaced religion with all of these false idols, and when I say something against it, you get angry. There's no reason to be angry about it. I just don't agree. I think it's bullshit, and I think it's a cop out. I think it's bullshit, and I think it's a cop out. Oh, let's put them on full screen here. Truck Life. What's going on, Book?
What's good? What's good, TV?
I'm just trying to make a couple dollars like you, man. That's it.
I ain't on nothing. Hey, let's get to the conversation we were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you just repeat what you were saying, so I agree with most of the stuff you were saying. I'm just trying to the part about the peace. I don't think you understood what I meant when I said we need peace out here, man. Like we already go through so much shit out here already. So it's like we don't like where I come from. I don't know your background, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just speaking on my background. Where I come from, we don't really, our females, like, man, it just too much drama. You feel me? Like, it just, like me and my baby mama, we good. We got 2 kids together. They're my only kids, and we straight. I take care of them, make sure they good, make sure, you know what I'm saying, the whole household, everything straight, cars, everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, me on the road, it's just my peace because I don't went through a lot in life. It ain't about, I heard you on talking about freaky shit, whoop, man. I ain't on none of that. I like to get money and take care of my people. That's all I'm about. When I go back to my place where I come up from, I put so many of my people on the truck, especially the ones who ain't really who before they even got into some bullshit. I made sure they got in the trucking. But the ones who already were lost, I just know you can't help the ones that already lost it. But the ones that I see they got potential, they're trying to get up out where I came from. I put a whole bunch of them on. A lot of them out here still driving, still doing good. You know what I'm saying?
You and your baby mother, y'all still together?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that means that's why I told you that every conversation isn't for everybody. If you basically have a family, I know we use baby mama. Where I'm from, baby mama means y'all ain't together no more.
No. I just say that because I know a lot of folks don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where I'm from. So this is like your wife or something. You married?
No, we ain't married. No.
You don't got to be, but y'all going through life together.
Yeah, exactly. I met her when I was 21 years old when I first got into trucking. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. Well, this is what I mean by this. Every conversation ain't for everybody. If you already have a woman, if you're already off the market, this isn't your conversation. You're off the market.
But right? I know, but I'm not going out what I'm saying about my life. I'm going out what I'm hearing you say because other folks listening.
See,
so it's like
I understand that, Trucker Life.
You might be saying go ahead.
This is the problem, Trucker Life. You ain't in the game no more. You locked down. You already have a woman. So when I'm having conversations about dudes who coming in, number one, they're like younger, they have nobody, or the dudes who seem to can't get anybody. That's not you. You have somebody. So when you come in and speak, that's not going to help their situation.
Yeah,
now let's say
another way though. There's another way to it.
There's another way. There's always another way to skin a cat, and I do agree with that. I don't disagree with you on that. But let's say you were, how old are you now? 30?
31.
You're 31. If you was 31, you had no kids, and you were just driving OTR, stacking money, you disagree with having a woman on the truck with you?
It depends on what she's doing. Like if we already got our self established as far as like, okay, I'm doing my trucking thing, and like my baby mom, she in the nursing field, So
yeah, but we going on the pay attention to what I'm doing. We're going on the premise because this conversation is for people who are single. So we're going to talk like you're single. You're a single man, and you wouldn't and a woman. The person we were talking about was a slime pack who has her own truck, has her own cars, has her own money.
Yeah.
And you about getting money. Why wouldn't y'all double your money together? Now, so what happens is, because I'm a hood nigga too. So when it happens in the hood, we'll say something like, yeah, it depends though. The reason why that's not good in the actual intellectual debate, because that can be said about anything. So that's not a good point. Yeah, we know it depends on if you're attracted to her. It depends on if she's about her money. It depends on if she real. It depends on all those things. We know that goes without saying. What I'm saying is there's a lot of people out here who are listening to a lot of content online, and they're tricking themselves out of coupling because that's not you, because you're a couple. They're tricking themselves out of coupling and trying to come up with this belief that I'd rather be separate. When the truth is, that's not where you're supposed to be mathematically and scientifically as a human. You're supposed to be with somebody, which we know that's true because you end up being with somebody that has your back, who's about to go through the nursing field, make a bunch of money. So you're winning already.
Yeah, but you understand though, everybody not that lucky though.
That's irrelevant.
Yeah, but everybody ain't that lucky. You got to look at the bigger picture though. It ain't
But
about.
bro, that's irrelevant. Let me tell you why it's irrelevant. Because you said you couldn't help everybody back home. Someone was just lost. So that statement is irrelevant.
Yeah, but I'm talking about speaking to the younger folks. I was talking about the people that's my age or older. They already lost.
Age has nothing to do with it. If they are lost and you can't save everybody, the people who can't figure it out are irrelevant. They're supposed to, and this is going to sound harsh, but it's going to sound harsh. They're supposed to die alone, fucked up. That's what they're supposed to do.
But I can't see. But you gotta understand. I would want one of those type of people.
Bro, we both were, and guess what? We were smart enough to not be.
Exactly, but it's some people out there that need to just hear the word.
It's that simple, book. And let me tell you why. There's a thing called survivor's remorse.
Yeah.
You can only reach back so far.
Yeah,
like you said, some people lost. You say, well, some people young. Yeah, it's a 16-year-old out here this year that's going to get into a gunfight and be gone or go to prison for the rest of it. You can't save them all. But the ones that are interested in the conversation that you can save are the ones that deserve the actual attention. What I believe is this is some weird shit that they're getting off of the line, and then they're riding around acting like, oh, wait, I don't need to be with nobody. They have no kid, they have no heir, they have no woman to take care of, they have no direction. But there's no reason why we would be telling them, oh, well, in some cases. I don't live by the some cases. I don't live by depends. The reason why I don't, because life is pretty fucking simple. Book went out there, found the real one. He makes sure she's good. He takes care of his kids. He has direction. So that means when Book drives, he knows what he's driving for.
Yeah, exactly.
If these niggas don't know what they're driving for, I'm going to show them a different opinion. And there's only two options they have. They can take my opinion into advisement and drive and think on it for a couple months or years, or they can totally reject what I'm saying. That's the only options they have. Now, sometimes, Book, people from where we from, they don't like how it's being said. But here's another conversation I'm going to put on you because I study media. If I say it in the other way, they won't retain it.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I say I'm from Norfolk. If I say to a street nigga where I'm from, hey man, what will really help out your future, man? If you really just start saving your money and start staying in the house and everything like that, he ain't gonna hear none of that shit. He's gonna get the fuck out of my face. What the fuck you talking about? But if I come to him and tell him, hey man, your bitch ass keep going outside, someone gonna smoke your dumb ass.
Yeah, that you gotta talk to him for real. Yeah.
And then he gonna be like, he's gonna be offended on the face of it, but when he walks away, it's gonna be in his mind. And that is the point of the show, is to let people and another thing I'm doing that people don't really like for me to do, Book, I'm speaking a lot of the values which come out of a Bible and my grandmother. So a lot of the shit I'm speaking is ancient and outdated to these new people. And my problem is, since we got off of that system, we are lost. My grandmother wasn't lost. You got an old lady that got your back, that's watching your progeny, that's watching your heir at the house, making sure he's fed and everything like that. You're set. Their new breed that's about to come out completely believes in calling a relationship anything, and they don't believe you should ever be with nobody, and we're just supposed to be dead, and we're just supposed to live alone always. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah.
But where was the school shooters when we and you were kids?
Nah, you want 2 men on.
Come on now. It was 3 of them last month, bro. 3.
Yeah, especially out there when in Atlanta, they just had like 2 on.
Yeah, that Georgia one where old boy went in there and shot up them kids. I know what you're talking about. I seen that on video.
Yeah. They just had one recently, like in Atlanta, like on the little outskirts a little bit.
What I'm asking from you, Book, is I want you, when you watch me, I want you to understand that I have to incite something in people for them to take the message.
Yeah, I get that now. I get that.
So I'm gonna fuck with them a little bit. So if I let's say one of these 21-year-old TikTok dancing ass nigga come on here
Yeah.
and he tell me, you know, I don't gotta worry about that. I sell fentanyl. I'm gonna tell him some shit like, well, when you get to jail, my uncle gonna rape you. I'm gonna say some wild shit to him.
Yeah.
And he gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
But guess what? I got your attention. Because I need to do that these days. Because if I just talk to you normal, you scroll right past it. You don't even hear it.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it.
That's what I be wanting, bro. That's it. So there's no disrespect. There's no anger. Just understand when I'm preaching at the moment, I'm gonna say some wild shit.
Nah, I fuck with you. I've been watching this shit for a minute, so it like it ain't none of that. I'll just see me. I'm the type of person like even if I like you or mess with you, even if it's somebody I disagree with, I'm just gonna be like I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And as a man, you gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be like that. You can't just agree with everything somebody say.
Listen. I completely agree with someone being able to disagree. But when you disagree with somebody like me, you would have to be able to prove it. And what I will say is the reason why I say everyone should be coupling and I say it's better to be in the truck because this is ancient aerobic math.
Oh no, you right. No, you right about that. But what I was just saying, like, it's not for everybody because you know everybody's not meant to be together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some people, like you said, it's hard to get a female. Like for those, it's hard to get a female that they can't get one. Shit, when they out here, you gotta tell her like, man, just focus on your money. Just focus on you, get your money, and just make sure your priorities straight. And don't even worry about no female right now until you get yourself together. Once you get yourself together and you put yourself on the pedestal, females gonna holler at you anyway. No matter how you look as a man, you know you might find a female that you probably won't be able to get, but because you carry yourself a kind of way and you know what I'm saying, you showing that okay that I'm not one of these niggas that ain't out here they ain't trying to do nothing with themselves. Female gonna chance, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes out here who don't look up to par, but they got a good looking woman. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that too. But the problem is the byproduct of that is there's a bunch of dudes who are getting to the bag and then saying nobody wants them for them. See, the truth is most people who are in lasting relationships, they get together before they get money.
Exactly.
But if you get money, you start carrying yourself and looking a certain way, what are you attracting? You're attracting people that like your lifestyle, not you. Now that chick that rode with you in the old Nissan Altima to Wendy's 10 years ago, does she like you? Or you didn't even have that lifestyle when you pulled her?
Yeah. So I mean, that mean that you don't supposed to really lead by money. See, a lot of dudes they lead by their money, their bankroll, and what they got. I never been that type, so it's never been like an issue with me. It's just a lot of dudes, even if like a dude that probably do get females, he just probably throw the female off just because he's just too into like trying to show out what he got. Oh, I got.
But peep game. How could he not peep your first thing? You said, hey man, focus on your shit, get your shit together, get your money right. When they get to that point, you say, hey man, they're leading with money. Well, that's what they focused on for the past 10 years.
Yeah, but they ain't got to lead with it though. Like
they don't have to, but it's going to be human nature to lead with it. That's what you've been leading with for a decade.
But it depends on the man and how he came up.
But see but see, Brooke, that's what niggas do. Everything depends. That's why you're going to learn when you can't say depends because everything depends. If he goes out here, drives and dies, that's a depend. Basically, what you're saying is everything's relative, which is true. But at the same time, it doesn't help in a conversation because you could say that about anything.
Yeah.
So what happens is we will never get to a head of our conversation because every time a point is about to be made, somebody in the conversation will say, yeah, but it depends though. That means we never get anything done.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is for the most part, because everybody is different. That's true. Hell, it's different genders out here and everything. So everything's different. What I'm saying for the heterosexual male, especially a black one, your best interest has always been and always will be to couple. Now, if you are unable to do that, you are fucked. That's what I'm telling you. I'll give you another example. In the future, coding and robotics will be the best thing to make money. And if you can't do so, then what are you?
Exactly.
you're fucked.
Right.
So there's no way to get around it. Well, everybody ain't meant to code. They don't care. You're not getting a paycheck, bro. They don't care that everyone's not meant to code. They don't care that everyone's not meant to write apps. They don't care that everyone ain't meant to deal with AI. You will be poor. So depending ends up being irrelevant. Hold on, Book. I appreciate you for calling in, but I got someone else calling in. Give me a second. It depends. It depending means nothing, and this is the thing that a lot of people from our background do. When you corner them in a point, they'll say that ain't for everybody though. But that ain't everybody though. But it depends though. That means we're never going to get to a point. So now what ends up happening is you're arguing in a circle. Because every time a point comes up, they'll just say, yeah, that depends. That's not an answer. That's why when you see the presidential debate or you see an intellectual debate, no one says it depends. No one says that because they know we will never get to a head of this debate. We'll never get to a head of this debate. And Ancient Man, what's going on, bro?
What's up, brother? First off, I come from the opposite end of the spectrum on your discussion on the coupling aspect, but I do believe that the elites don't want us to couple due to more progression, more population. But the problem with saying that we need to couple is you don't take into account the civil courts, the courts dealing with, divorce and the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I've done well. I've invested. I did big. I won it in cryptocurrency. I'm in precious metals. And
damn.
I cannot
hit me with a $30,000 crypto cash app, then, bro.
I mean, I could show you. Yeah, I could show. I'm actually close to what I have in metals. But what I would tell you is that I can't honestly sign a document like a marriage document without cause. And Tomas in your comment section said it very well. He said that he's seen men late in their years lose everything behind signing that document. So what's going on with the numbers? The numbers say that 70% of women file for divorce and eject men later on. They're rejecting these men who have built with them. We can go with the motion or we can go with the numbers. The numbers say women are ejecting men at 50% rate. We can all go with the motion. I myself, I do better with women of other cultures. I'm a hillbilly Negro, not raised in a larger Negro society. So I'm not popular with the larger Negro female community.
Slow down, Ancient Man. You got to slow
down. What's going on? What's going on?
Because I believe that you know who you called.
Yeah, sure. And I mean, like I said, I love your content.
You already know where this is going. So what you're telling me is you are a bunny hopper.
Not really a bunny hopper. I've did well with Asians, Hawaiians. I was a wrestler in high school and college. So when I got to college in Cali, I did really well with other cultures of females. But it wasn't, they saw a functional male. I don't have the same look as you. Women that are attracted to you are not, and I'm the normal, I guess a lot of us, you could call us a gang over on the other side of your conversation. You could call us that. But we've done the numbers. Wait, give me a second,
Ancient. You're throwing a lot of stuff at me. Let's start at the beginning. Yeah. I said couple.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I got to remove you because you're not listening. I don't need you to listen. Listen. I said couple. The reason why I said couple, because I'm going to leave marriage up to you. Okay? So if you feel like legally you shouldn't marry, that's your own conversation. I have a brother who's been with this woman for 25 years and they've never married. Not against that. I do agree with you that you do not need a marriage certificate to be with somebody. You can also sign things where you can leave stuff to people legally. You don't got to be married. So I do agree with you on that. Me worrying about the failure cases of a reason to do something is a loser's mentality to me. I'm not going to sit around and just look at numbers all freaking day. The numbers are terrible. I do agree.
I do agree. The numbers are terrible, but you got to have a proper vetting process. We're not about to get into how to vet a woman and vet a man and vet if you should date Asians and white. I'm not about to get into all that to you because I believe no black man should be with no woman that ain't black. That's my belief. I'm not here to argue with you on that because you do what you want to do. If you want to be with other races, hey man, that's all beautiful. If you feel like you and your mate shouldn't sign that paperwork, there are other legal means to take care of your mate. You don't have to do that. So I don't disagree with you in that either. But there is no benefit to me coming on here telling every male I see or every viewer I see that your marriage is going to end in her taking all your shit, which is inherently crazy to me because nobody has shit really right now. I just don't see the point of me doing that. And to me, there's enough people doing it. There's enough people telling you marriage doesn't work. There's enough people telling you being with somebody doesn't work. I'm not interested in pushing that narrative because when you look at the people who are getting this shit done, they don't have these problems. They don't. No one ever sits back and discusses after the over-sexualization, the picking methods of the people who are picking these relationships. If we're over-sexualized, you're picking people based on sex. Maybe that's why the numbers are so bad. That's just a question. That's just a thought. That's a thought. If we pick people based on more conservative or more views that we pick people in the past on, maybe those relationships will look like that. That's a maybe. But having a rhetoric of, oh, we should just never be with nobody because the laws are crazy. If that was the case, I can have a conversation about what state you live in. The laws are crazy to your race. Why do you live there? The death toll of driving a car. Why do you drive a car? The death toll of using a shower. Why do you use a shower? I could use that for anything. I could use that for anything. That's common law in certain states. That's what I mean. I can use that for anything in the world. The law based on if you have a sex with somebody and them being able to tell you, if they ever say they raped you, you wouldn't have sex with no one ever again. You're in liability if you have sex with somebody. So you're going to have to assume some risk eventually, because you risk shit just to drive to the store. You risk shit just to drive across country. You risk shit just being a trucker. So tell me how all of these other risks are okay, but this one is not. What made you make the decision that this risk is not okay, but I'm going to drive on a street? I'm confused. And if you feel that way, as P God's sake, sign a prenuptial agreement. Then my thing is with you, ancient, then just don't get married. My question is to you, why can't you just, let's say why do you have to sign the paper and be married? Don't marry. It's a simple, it's not hard to do. Don't marry. And the conversation ends. Y'all want to be in a perpetual argument about nothing. Nothing. You want to be in a perpetual argument about nothing. Here's something that I can't fix. I can't fix cowardice. If you're running numbers on every way, a motherfucker will tell me they're running the numbers on marriage and then eat McDonald's food. What's the numbers on McDonald's food? What's the numbers on being overweight? You would run the numbers on everything then. Why did you choose this one thing to run the numbers on? If you are scared
and fearful, you won't live, bro. If you're fearful about every move you make, you won't live. You are literally gridlocked in fear. And I can't live that way. I can't live that way. And if you never get married and you have kids and you bury your precious metals and you die, then what? You died proving a point? If you cannot couple with your mate, what was the purpose of living? What's the purpose of living? I assume you want to pass that shit on to an heir, right? We have become very good at pointing out every negative thing about something being done and having no solution. There's no solution. Y'all are taking on this MGTOW plight of never being married and then complaining about the condition of your racist community. How is your racist community, your race community, gonna get better and own anything if y'all never get married and never able to pass on anything to an heir? That means even if all y'all made money, all of y'all bought houses, all of y'all fixed the neighborhood and everything, and none of y'all was married, they would all go to probate or state court and be lost in one generation. It makes no sense. But that cannot be talked about at all. You know why? Because you don't even date black women anyway. So it's safe to say you do not have a conscious mind. You're not interested in your community. You're interested in being on the outside of it, which is fine. I'm not going to hate on it, but I cannot take your word into advisement because your choice of mate proves to me you do not care about the community that I so once live in, that I live in. You live on the outside of it. You're not thinking about community, but you know who is? The Jewish people are thinking about community. That's why their community looks 10 times better than ours. You can't be mad that this young guy at the company makes you drive shitty loads when his father left him a business through a marriage. Come on now. Cooning. Habitual jigabooing. What we have found out is that all of these people with these thoughts helps one person, them. And yes, okay, that's good. But the truth is a community isn't one person. So basically you're operating as if there is no community. And there is some signs that say, hey, man, well, there isn't no community. Okay, if that's how you feel. But then when you go to Friendly, Maryland, one of the richest black counties in the country, what are they? Married. Marmalade scooping. You do better with other races or other. Hey, man. Okay. Not a hater. That's what you want to do. But you cannot come on here and discuss community with me because you have taken yourself out of it. You have no community. That means this isn't a discussion for you. You're a disruptor. You're an anarchist. You come in here to push anarchy. You don't come in here for a solution. You're coming here to say all these people are bad and that's why I don't deal with them. That makes no sense. See, there you go. And there's black women don't like me, so what's the point? Look, man, I can't fix something like that. I can't fix that black chick that didn't like you, so you switched over to Asian chicks. I mean, you switched over to a race of people that historically hate niggas. So I'm confused at how are you able to do so well with Asians that hate niggas, but you can't do well with black people. That's confusing to me. But maybe you went over to some weird ass country where they're overexploited and you having money and they like your money and you're able to have sex with them or something. That's usually what that adds up to. That's what that adds up to. That's what that adds up to. You're a passport bro, right? You believe passport prostitution, which is what it is. You believe that's cool. You believe going to a place where they're overexploited and our country has overexploited them to the point where they can't have 10 roofs. They live in mud huts. You believe going over there, giving them a couple dollars and sexually abusing them is okay. And I don't. I disagree with that. I think it's sick, it's nasty, and akin to rape. That's what I believe. But I'm not here to push my agenda on you. That's just how I feel. I believe there's something wrong with you if you can't live in your country and pull the woman that you were born next to. If you can't do that, then you're lacking in something. So you go somewhere where the numbers favor you and you can sexually abuse. Because even if you went over there, why you ain't marry one of them? Why didn't you couple and get one of them weird agreements and not marry her and be with her? Why didn't you stay in Asia and be with them? And why I've had success? How is success sex? Because you're not with one of those people, which means you did not have success. If you're not with them, that's not success. Now, if you're telling me I've had success like they let you touch their vagina, that's a whole different conversation. Y'all done got me to preaching today. Y'all done got me to preaching. Because jigabooing, oh my God, it's on the rise, bro. Sideways cooning is on the rise. Marmalade stepping, sugar cooning is on the rise. Now I'm sprung. Ain't there something? Now I'm sprung. No, it sounds like, and this is no shot at that community, Rise. Sounds like you're gay, which ain't a bad thing. That's what you want to be. I just happen to be heterosexual. Excuse me if a love of a woman makes me feel good. That's just my preference. I'm not hating on yours. But you have some inner hate about you being a homosexual and you're springing it on me. Don't spring it on me. I like women. I don't need no big callous hand grabbing my genitalia. That don't get me off. You understand? That don't get me off. I like a soft touch of a woman. I like it to smell good. I like that hot Sacagawea. That's just who I am. But I'm not hating on you for you. You live your life. But you're hating on you for you. So you're coming over here to scream at me. Oh, well, you sprung off of it. What else in life was I supposed to be sprung off of? You got some other thing out there I should be sprung off of? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I like regular sex. That's me. I don't know what you do. I'm not here to be bad on what you do. I'm telling you what I'm into. I don't run over to channels that discuss homosexuality and bash them. I don't do that. Live your life. Like world, let me say something. Life is too short for you not to bust a nut the way you want to. And my particular preference happened to be soft, hot Sacagawea. That's who I am. Yeah, I like a little extra meat. I like a little size on it. I like soft cheeks. I like that. I like women. I'm into women. I like their voice. I like the way they smell. I like the whole nine. I like she cooks for me. She cleans my. I like that.
This is the only world where they can tell you you'll never find happiness, and when you do, you are a derogatory term when you find it. You're sprung. Ain't that a bitch? So if the goal isn't to eventually be sprung, what are we chasing? You're supposed to be perpetually angry like me. I'm not going to be able to do that. I closed the deal. That's the problem. I know how to talk up on some pussy. I'm a different dude. I'm from a different era. I didn't have that. I don't watch MGTOW content because I don't have women problems. I didn't have them when I was single. Women seem to like me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm sexy. I don't know what's going on. Women want to give me some. They like the way I talk. They think I'm funny. They like my personality. I get them going. You don't do that. So you coming from a place of anger. You're coming from a place of failure. I haven't failed in that department, man. I get women going, man. I get them hot. They listen to me talk. They nipple get hard, bro. It's different for me. I ain't got to run. I don't have that issue. So I never took in that content to try to figure out how to get some butt, because butt comes to me. I'm a nice guy. I'm fun to be around. I'm generous. I'm affectionate. I have direction. I have conviction. I speak with authority. It gets women going. You do not. So when you talk to women, it turns them off. Something ain't right about you. So they be like, nah, I can't give you no Sacagawea. Why? Because something wrong with you. And they ain't wrong. Something wrong with you. You come on here arguing with me. What you arguing with me for? I'm not your woman or man. I do not discriminate. You be who you want to be with. I'm saying something's not right over there. How dare you be happy with your woman? Now he talking about battlefields. Nigga ain't never been to war. You see what I'm saying? This is what I mean. They'll talk about nonsense, but not closing the deal. Nonsense. Ain't no man in here, heterosexual man in here, want to be laying down for the rest of their life without no sweet, soft, tender butt next to them. Ain't no dude like that. Ain't no man in here saying, sign me up for the no vagina in my bed. There's no man in the world who's saying that unless they're that other persuasion, which I'm not hating on. If they are, that's who they are. But they still have someone with them, even if you were gay. If you were gay, you would have a man, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be on here arguing to me about relationships. If you're going to ask me, do I want to hang out with a bunch of dudes? I'm going to tell you, I want to hang out with a bunch of Sacagawea. That's what I'm into. But when I get to telling y'all you should couple, you should be together, as the good Bible told you, the good Lord said, when a man finds a woman, he finds a good thing. You saying, oh, we need to get away from that thought process. Then why were we better off then and we're not how we are now? Why was the anxiety what it was then and anxiety is what it is now? Why were we able to have children then and no one's getting pregnant now? Why are we not screaming about relationships then and we're screaming about relationships now? Why was the population growing then and it's not growing now? Your way has been implemented for 15 years and it shows it does not work. It may work for you individually because you're not a community person, but it does not work for society as an organism as a whole. It does not work. It doesn't work. There was no school shootings in the 50s. If you're appreciated there, why are you not there? If you're appreciated there, what is your progeny that was made there? If you are appreciated there, what is the community you are part of there? Well, we don't have one, then you're not appreciated there. What you are is being reverse exploited for your resources. You're John, bro. You're the same thing as the dude who's walking down the street on Figueroa. You're the same thing as the dude walking down the street on Aurora in Seattle. You're the same thing walking down on 14th Street down Norfolk by the Chattahoochee River. You are a John. They are a prostitute. That's not appreciation, bro. That's a purchase. When I go to Best Buy, I don't call it appreciation. I call it a purchase. Right?
I don't go in there and think McDonald's appreciates me. They give me a receipt, period. It's transactional. So you are buying your fantasy of appreciation. That means you are pathetic. That is not for sale. And if you do get it, it is fake. No one goes in and say, well, damn, the stripper down, I kind of appreciate me. No, bro, they appreciate the money. You are buying into a fantasy. Peace to the God, the rebirth, and the re-education, but it's only for the nation. And obviously, you ain't in the community. But I mean, hey, man, get the Grindr app and you can find a boyfriend. Forget about it. We can move on. There's no hate. Hey, man, live your life. I'm not a hater. No hatred. Men tell me, it's impossible to find a wife and then go to an island of Sodom and Gomorrah. How you going to go to San Domingo, a prostitution nation? You go to a place where prostitution is king, but you're looking for a wife? Stop it. Stop. That's like me saying, I need a Ford truck done. Went down to the Dodge dealership. They come out with a TRX. I'm like, what is this? You know this ain't a Ford dealership, right? Chabu. Y'all are something else. It's a bunch of niggatry. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of self-loathing. It's a bunch of promiscuous sex. It's a bunch of alcohol taken. It's a bunch of not taking accountability for your actions. You have failed. Period. You believe your whole life was to gather money and put metal and get possessions. You are a lost human, a demon, a non-human. Then when you come to me, you're incited, you want to argue because I'm speaking against your religion as you act like you have not one. This is a religious ideology at this point. And I'm here to tell you it is false. Your ancestors would spit in your face for being so lost. It's disgusting. It's nasty. And I'm not interested. Jack Frost, you tabernacle hands, yeah. You're a man with an inability to hold down a monogamous relationship. You're a man with an inability to direct your woman. You're not a man, period. Not in the sense of the word. You're male. If that's what you identify as, I don't know. Everybody identify with something different. Forget about it. You are not living in greatness. You are failing. Your purpose on this earth, ever since you were a two-celled organism, was to procreate. You have no other reason to be on earth. Nothing. Look, boy, that hate for black community keep popping up for him, don't he? He can't handle it. Them black chicks never gave me no butt. So now what, you got a cowboy boots on, you live down in Arkansas, you date trailer park trash? What's going on, buddy? Let me know what's happening. You date what the other race don't want. I believe it was said once that we can get the best of you and you'll get the trash of us. It is literally the truth. Cash App is on the screen. S. Brown. So when I tell you peace to the God, the rebirth, and the re-education, it means something. They're not going to like this. I know they're not. No. It's scorched earth. But if you are gay, just say that. We accept you, man, right? We accept you. No one said you couldn't be that, but to come in here with all this weird sexual anger, it's just weird to me. I don't understand it. Honestly, I don't understand it. Y'all winning alone with no heir. That is hilarious. Your bloodline is going to end, but you're winning. Heavenly Father. You're winning, but your bloodline will end. You are a cosmic, generational, evolutionary failure. Evolutionary failure. You're a scientific failure. The numbers. What do you care about numbers? So you trust the source of the numbers. How gullible are you? From the people who's hiding gold in the ground because he don't trust the government, but he trusts the numbers that came from the government. You're a freaking idiot. I know. I'm gonna be gone for a second, so I'm gonna sit on here and talk to y'all a little bit more. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. We've been thinking and exposing your MGTOW thoughts for a decade now. What state are we in? Tell me. What state are we in? Separation, confusion, anger, incels. How did it work out? That 15, 20 years of being alone. How did it work out? You're not used to talking to nobody like me. I know, because you're used to followers. I do not follow failures of men. I don't. And so you grouped up with other failures of men, and you think since there's more of them failing, that I'm doing it too. So if there was a bridge out there, would you jump off of it? Everybody jumped off of it. You're an idiot. You're weak. You have no direction, and you lack soul. In time, the errors of your ways will become apparent. Excuses are bridges to the people who use them. Period. Delvon Smith is now top of the cash app. Here's what I tell you. How many of those I'm not going to be married dudes is going to be on them Diddy tapes? What they doing on them Diddy tapes in them houses with 1,000 bottles? What's Stevie J do on them tapes? He don't believe in marriage neither. Let's see how y'all end up on them Diddy tapes oiled up. Appreciate you, Sosa. But y'all want this content. Right? It wasn't for Sosa, we never went that part of the cash app. Sosa and Jack Frost. I appreciate you, Taja. Now you're going to get the MGTOW lonely dudes to get me. They're all pent up with sexual frustration. They're gonna chase me down and do what to me when they catch me? I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I don't mess with y'all. Y'all scared. You're angry. You're backed up. You ain't released. You just run around mad. Asian is preferred. You're a sick man, sexually abusing women all over the country in the great area of Asia, running through there, making them have sex with you. You know them women don't want you. You disgust me. You're a sexual predator. Going to some place that doesn't have a good ecosystem and paying to have sex with women that don't want you. And that don't even turn you off when you're doing it. That disgusts me. You're a predator. Sexual tourism. If I was king, I would execute them all. That's me personally. But then to turn around and say, oh, it was so wrong how they what they did to the Indians. And look at you exploiting a loophole in imperialism and colonialism to sexually exploit a overexploited population. You disgust me. I don't fist these MGTOW cats off. They mad as hell, boy. They don't know what to do. No, we are winning. If you're winning, you don't have to say you are. You're losing at an alarming rate. You don't have to tell me you're winning if you're a winner. Idris Adesanya's a winner. He didn't tell me that. My point on relationships is known. Malik, I see you. It's known. Y'all so mad. That's why I gotta stream this to Rumble too. He gonna flag my channel. Jesus Joseph. Dinner. Oh, they mad as hell. Your preference. Preference. You're a sicko. A predator. You should be on a sexual freaking list. They gotta go down there and go down on you like they're attracted to you. You wouldn't know what to do with happiness if it stared you in the face. If you're happy, you wouldn't be on this live right now arguing with me. Yo, they angry, man. They mad at me. Hey, disagreeing is irrelevant, man. You don't enjoy your community? That's you. That's your self-hate. I don't got to invalidate that for you. You don't enjoy your community? You prefer other shit? You're fucked up. That's your business. I don't got nothing to do with that. You look outside of your community. That's you. You're allowed to disagree. You do your thing. You just said you didn't do well in America. Now you do well in America. Man, stop it. Get the fuck out of here. Jeez.
Oh, no, to get on in here. This is King the Don. He's here.
Yo.
Oh, what the business is, man?
Hey, man, I think I'm pissing people off the mid.
Let's go on and get this live jumping since King has jumped in the building. You heard me?
I feel you.
Oh, man. So what's going on with this second wheel, man?
They mad at me, dog, because I called them a passport.
Hey, man, you started it, bro. You started it.
That's called the passport, bro. Sexual predators. They don't like that.
But there you go. Call the man gay.
I didn't call him gay. And I didn't call the other guy gay. I said if he is gay, hey, man, you're allowed to be gay, but I don't go over the gay channels bashing y'all. Why you over here bashing me?
Righteous. So what's going on, man? What you thinking?
I just think these MGTOW dudes are fruity, bro. I just think they're freaking. I think there's a different agenda under there somewhere, man. They're preaching separation. I just don't agree with it.
Well, TV, let me tell you like this, bro. We've been knowing each other for years, and I can speak the way I want to speak. But look, man, This is the thing. You can't get mad at the way people feel about how they feel.
Right.
Everybody ain't gonna agree with you. Everybody got their different beliefs and stuff, and everybody got their ways.
Mm-hmm.
Just like homie that came in earlier when he was talking about what he had said. He but I get what you were saying on his part. Like he can't jump in on a conversation that don't have nothing to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he took it the wrong way. But you weren't speaking about him.
No, he's already successful. He has a woman.
But he felt like what you said, like he kind of said, everybody not meant to be with each other. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that everybody not meant to be with each other because I firmly believe that everybody has someone out there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
everybody can get somebody. Now you might not like the way that person look, but just because she don't look up the part, just because he don't look up the part, don't mean that they're not for you.
Facts.
I mean, I done seen two ugly couples before, like be a power couple together.
Facts.
I done seen some of the ugly guys with beautiful women, and I done seen beautiful women with ugly guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but see,
So,
what
so
their point is you should never couple or marry ever because the laws do not back because they can take your assets.
but I mean, what do we get? How do we even know that we even taught the right way? How do we even know if that's really a true way? How do we know why you don't have to be married to still get earlier? There's always papers that you can sign for
Right.
people to get
Your shit. Yeah.
your stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
That's why I was saying
So
I said couple, you don't have to be married. There's legal papers you can leave your shit to people without a marriage certificate.
right, right. It just like let's just say if I died, right? Let's just say if I died, but I'm with this girl. I'm with her, but we not married. I can easily say, hey, I want her to have all my estates. I want her to have all the cars. I want her to have everything.
Right.
I don't have
Mhm.
to be married to her for her to get none of that because I got a will. I
There you go.
will leave
Yeah.
this to this person. I will leave this to this person.
But that's why I tell you when they're talking from a poor mind state, we're not talking wills. That's why he always keeps going back to marriage. He's
It
going back to
don't matter
marriage,
about no marriage no
and
more
he
because you
don't
don't
fucking
have to
know
be
that.
married.
He don't know that. But my thing is, you don't have a woman now. You're saying he's telling me that he's been successful in the Asian community, but he has no woman. So how are
And
you
he not over
successful?
there. Right.
Now,
Cause that ain't no success.
now we have to discuss what you call success. Are you saying you were able to have sex with one, so that's success to you? What are you trying to say? Because if you were successful, you'd be a married man talking to me with an Asian wife, correct?
Correct.
If you were
I agree with
successful in
that.
that community, her family would approve of the marriage in the whole nine. But you're not successful. You don't successful. The point of dating is to get to the point of coupling. If you take it further and say marriage, that's your own business. That's the point. If you are not coupled, you are not successful. Not in that category. You can be successful in business. You can be successful in your job. You can be a successful
Right.
person in life. But you're not
You could be
successful as a
successful
conference.
in everything except for
Bingo. That
the
means that
relationship.
the truth is most people are successful in the thing they value. You do
Right.
not value that. So you're not successful in it.
Which is understandable.
As Rich is saying, he thinks getting cat is successful. Well, that proves your mind state right there. And then you're talking, I've been successful in Asian communities, but you have no Asian wife. You have no Asian heir. How is that success?
But then he came in and he just said he was just taught the opposite.
Yeah. But that's what
What?
these men, dude, they're extremists, bro. That's what you gotta understand. Their ideology is extreme. They're extremists. And one thing about extremism, it's in everything. There's extreme capitalists. There's extreme. He's an extremist. His stuff is so far over to a certain direction
that he doesn't have any balance. Everything in life has balance. You don't have balance. Well, you saying you should just be alone, bear all your money. Okay, then when you die alone, which you will under your own doctrine, what does all your shit go? To the state. So what was the point of making it? I got another one for you, King. If you say our community is messed up, yeah, wouldn't it be? It wouldn't be messed up. One of the main things that mess up our community is that there is no one is passing anything on. So you done got all this wealth that you say that you have, and you have no way to pass it on, which means it goes right back into the regime, which means it goes right back out of your community. You cannot then be mad your community is not built up with businesses that have been passed on. You yourself are not planning on passing it on. So it goes right back.
That's why you gotta have that mind, bro. You gotta have that mind to, if you are successful, try to create generational wealth.
See, hold on.
To
see,
where
right
you
see, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You're right. What he is discussing is there is no next generation. Like for you to have generational peep game. He's saying he's gonna be alone. He buried all his money. He's not giving it up. Okay, when you die alone, there is no next generation. So we can't even have a generational wealth conversation with you if you are successful in coupling and getting an heir. Period. There is no next conversation because there is no next.
Because you done kept it all from people.
You don't have no children, Jonathan. How you gonna pass it? How you gonna pass it over to your children when you're just hitting prostitutes and coming home with no heir?
God dang.
There is no. That's what I said. So basically, the MGTOW conversation in itself is inherently community. It's non-community, regardless if it's white, black, or indifferent. There is no community no more. If you do not, even gay people can have children through other means, but they can have them. The brat has a kid with old girl. So if they die, they can leave it to the kid. You're not even doing that.
The kid, right.
Get out of here, man. It's ridiculous. So you can't complain. You cannot complain about the state of your community when you are further perpetuating something that is going to hurt your community. You're an idiot.
Right. Because the thing is, you got to help your community instead of hurting it. They're just like, you think you're successful because you sold dope in your hood. But in reality, what are you really doing? Yeah, you getting money, but what are you really doing?
You're tearing your community up. You're a parasite.
But you can only think of that when you have an older mind, because when you're younger, you don't know that. You don't know that you're tearing the community up. All you know is that this drug is making you money, and that's all you all about.
But you're supposed to evolve. You're supposed to mature. So if you're looking
as you get older,
if you're looking at this, I don't want nobody to ever take anything from me. Eventually, you're gonna have to evolve away from that. I watched a video of one of these MGTOW dudes who's very popular getting married. It's like, bro, my thing is this: when you die on a molehill that extreme, when we look past it, it does not work. There is no freaking regime, kingdom, or nothing that has not been built and passed on and sustained without marriage. Period. That is how they figure out the concession of the next person ruling shit. So you're telling me the Jewish people over there who really believe in marriage is doing that well, and our community, which is just rampant sexuality, nobody's linking up, everybody's having loose sex, having kids without marriage, everybody's doing that, and look at our community. So you can't tell me that just from process of elimination or just looking at it, that this is obviously a better method to do, even by the law of averages.
Only if you've been successful behind doing it, but if not, then what you doing it for?
Peep game. If someone is being successful at something, you're going to take on some of the attributes that they're doing for you to be successful too, right?
Yes.
We have been having kids out of wedlock, not marrying, all this type of stuff for the better part of 30 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have not. What is the state of their community? What is the state of ours? The proof is in the byproduct of the action. The byproduct of the action is our community is a piece of shit and their community is together. So but just by process of looking at the result, you would have to say we should be doing this. You would have to. But you're saying, oh, I look at the numbers. Well, the numbers show, tell me what the numbers say for inheritance in our community.
Mhm.
Well, there is almost none. And what is the main factor in inheritance? Marriage.
Right.
That means people are
Most
dying with no heir on paper. They're dying with no marriage, and their shit is disappearing into what? The state.
going back. You ain't got nobody to give it to.
So if
Got
there's
nobody to pass it to.
dude, if your house, this is my question to people. If your house, if you die alone with no heir and no wife in a mansion, who gets the mansion?
The state.
So if you're telling me I should men going their own way, I should be alone, get metal, bury it, do all this other shit, and when I die, it goes back to who? The state. What the fuck did I make it for? And then you can't point from your ivory tower and say this community's messed up because of this, and you're doing the thing that you're doing the same shit. Get out of here, bro.
I don't know why people just don't understand and sit and think before they start talking.
Because
That's
they're
my whole
stupid.
thing. Start thinking before you start saying stuff because you'll get pressed if you say the wrong thing. You'll get pressed because you talking all this, but I want to know. Show me.
Prove to me a MGTOW society that worked.
But man, I mean, you just gotta.
Look.
People are different, bro.
Crickets.
People are different, man.
Prove me a society. Show me a society that is built on men going their own way that is still in existence. You can't. You cannot. So what happens is when you press me with this conversation and you say, "Oh well, you know, I'm doing this to protect them," or it's to protect yourself. There will be no yourself in 50 years. There'll be no next generation, and if there is a next generation, none of them will be claimed. So none of them will get an inheritance. You'll be in the same situation as before. Well, I don't care about my community. Then just say that and step your bitch ass out of the community conversation. That's all I'm saying.
I can't do all this hard work and then my money just go nowhere. I have everything set up the way that I need to. If anything ever happened to me,
right?
Everything, everybody in my circle and stuff like that, bro, is good.
Yeah,
I'm passing. No, go ahead.
No, they're mad at the fact that they said I'm against interracial relationships, and I'm not against interracial relationships. I'm saying if we're being practical, interracial relationship does not help it does not help the group of people who is passing it on to the other community, because it's proven our communities don't get along. It's proven
right.
That.
That's a proven fact.
If you marry into the Asian community with $5 million in gold,
who you think gonna get it? The black folks or the Asians?
Where does insert other community? Where does the money go when it's passed on to his non-wife or whatever? She takes it to her community. She don't take your money and go all the way down there and do ABCFG with it. It don't happen like that, bro.
That's why I'm getting at. That's what I was getting at.
That's why when you talk to
she just took your whole asset that you worked hard for, but didn't give it back to your people.
Yeah. Now that's not saying sometimes loves happen. I'm not against it. I'm just saying you cannot enter the community conversation, which is inherently selfish to that community, if you are doing an act that is unselfish to the community. It's that freaking simple. Now, I'm not saying what it is, but I'm not going to give you the conscious respect. You can respect as a human being. I can respect your right to do it, but you can't come on here and make a point. You don't have one. You're out of the community game. You're literally outside of it.
Bro, I dated. Well, I ain't even really date her, but I actually kind of talked to a white girl one time before. Guess what? That was not it for me. And you know, I'm from Louisiana, so you know it was some racist stuff going on in the booth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? When I asked her, I said, what made you be an end lover? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She couldn't even give me no straight answer. She could at least said, oh, because I hate the fact that what our ancestors did. So she could have came back with anything. But when she didn't come back with no rebuttal on that one question, that right there made me. I'm not saying that is anything wrong with white people or Asian or whatever. But me personally, if I'm gonna settle down with anybody or whatever, bro, I always gotta settle down with my sisters.
Yeah, I mean, I go even further. I will only take a descendant of slavery. I refuse to marry an African. That's how deep I go with it.
Yeah, because you know why? Because they already feel like they're better than us, and we ain't the same as them. So I don't even understand why people say
And
go back to Africa and all this. We are not the same.
I go further into that. It's the same politics I said before. That we have separate communities.
Yes.
That is not, we have separate community. We cannot complain about how bad the black neighborhood is and then act just to position to the goal. I personally believe that. Now I'm saying you love who you want to love. You love who you want to love, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot come in here and make a point
because
you are outside of it. And here's the funny thing. They know it. That's why it pisses them off. Because I still want to come in here and talk at the community poll. How? When you don't have a community. You're purposely leaving your community.
And not one time on this phone did me and you say at all, but it depends. But it depends on what.
I gotta get off here, bro. I can't be on here too much. I appreciate you calling in.
I got you, bro.
I appreciate you. Let me get on out of here. I appreciate you, bro. I mean, I'm just saying some real shit y'all don't want to hear. I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Love who you want to love, bro. But if we're talking about community, we got to be honest about community. It's that simple. Can't do both. Can't do both. I can't be a vegan and eat chicken sometimes. I can't do that. So, you like Jiggy Boo, you like doing all that stuff. I ain't no hater. You do what you want. You love who you want. But don't ask me my position on it because I'm going to give it to you.
Special thanks to Corey Wilson. Just signed up for the Patreon. He will be able to message me directly. He also will be able to see videos before they come out. Weeks, sometimes months before they come out. Also, we're at TB Uncut. We're almost up to 500 followers over there. On Rumble, you get 100% of the notifications. So if you don't know what rumble.com is, that's where all the people are going for freedom of speech, where you cannot be blackballed for your beliefs and what you think and what you say. So make sure you sign up for that. Sometimes on YouTube, they don't really pay attention to the notification. You say, I missed a live. If you're tired of missing lives, go sign up for rumble.com. It's TB Uncut. And if you want to help support the channel for more than just Cash Apps, you can hit the Patreon channel. In that Patreon channel, you get stuff first. You can message me directly. And you also can help support the channel. I appreciate everybody who signed up for the Patreon and the TV Uncut. I'm happy that you're here for the live. Let's get into it.
I happened to come across a video of a very good YouTuber by the name of Trucker Brown. He's a YouTuber that specializes in trucking. Again, a very niche market, but he does quite well on the platform. Give him a round of applause.
Hey guys, it's Just Feel TV coming to you from the Trucking Report, exclusively on Rumble with Trucker Brown. You know where to hit the like, hit the subscribe. Find us exclusively on Rumble if you want to catch these episodes live.
Trucker Brown here. I'm just here to remind you that we are on Patreon, and it does help out the channel. Thanks to all the people who sub to the Patreon this weekend. I appreciate you. New content is coming there, and these clips that I'm giving you are from the exclusive Trucker Report live that I do with Phil, which his link is at the bottom on Rumble TB Uncut. So I appreciate y'all. Love the support. If you like the content, man, hit the buttons. Let me know. Thanks for coming to the Patreon.